Everyone, salam enduro.
Now we'll wait for people to come in first.
Yeah,
So, at what stage are you now? Have you logged on to a particular one?
I don't know. Uh, if I want to bring in a new car to like go on, so it's a really tough decision. And I really like my Alpine. Like every time I jump in
No,
it,
you keep the Alpine, bro.
yeah.
Keep the car, bro. Hi, Jules.
Hi Jules. It's such a low cost to run. It's so
Yeah,
comfortable, but
yeah,
it can be so sporty and is I mean, if you talk about duality, sort of like the
yeah.
extremes of duality, I think not a lot of sports cars can do it as well as Alpine or
Mm.
Emira of sort of McLaren. This kind of cars, they can have the duality of extremely sporty and then so comfortable. You know.
Your Alpine is the hard top mid engine Miata.
Mm.
If you think about it,
I would say so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
Mm.
is even purer than the Miata on the basis of its engine placement. It's a
Mm.
mid-engine car, right? And it's also low maintenance, and it has the turbocharger that every Miata owner hopes they have,
Okay
right?
lah. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
I mean, Miata is a sports car. It's nice. It's fun. It's low maintenance. It's also a bit slow, which
mm,
the Alpine is not,
mm.
right? Ah, and then there's nothing like it actually out there. Low maintenance sports car that is actually fast.
And very few efficient.
Oh, very few efficient the car.
it's it's quite disgusting how few efficient it is. Yeah, I mean unless you put down and you go up Genting lah, but
Yeah,
technically,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
so, yeah, same curve weight, yeah, around 1.1 ton. They did a
wow.
test. They put in full fluids plus fuel tank and then put a human in the car. It's like 1170. So it's like a real 1.1 ton now. Yeah,
Mm.
today
Just that it's double the price of a Miata lah.
more than double. Shit, right?
New car
But
wise, double lah. Should be around
yeah,
there.
but I watched today. My wife was driving my car. She drove off to see her sister, and I just look at the car move away. I'm like, man, that's a really good looking car.
What looks good
Mm.
on her.
It is, right. It is like, because
Yeah,
she's also quite petite, right? So
petite. Yeah,
quite looking at
yeah.
fitness. So if I think something like a Lusso, right, then she would look like she come up for a bedroom and then like, who's hello, good morning.
Uh,
uh,
just just that your car needs a proper infotainment screen lah. That's it lah.
yeah, never mind. Don't need it.
Never mind. Oh,
No, I mean, we don't buy cars for, at least for me lah. I
yeah.
mean, I don't.
True,
I,
true, true.
preferably for me, I as a car you buy for I think it depends on what car. Right? If I buy a Golf GTI to daily every day, then those things are important.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I'm buying a
Mm,
sports car, then you buy for dynamics lah. Yeah.
mm.
I've been really. I tell you, after the trip down, my wife looked at me and said, "Oh, Spider's a very nice car. We should try something more comfortable next time." And I'm like, I agree. My left leg cramp. She's worried about my left leg cramping and everything.
Ah,
So
ah.
there you go. That's that's when Baldwin decided to burn his hotel last year
Yeah.
and to do the Iron Butt with me. Yeah, this is the same Amazon Cafe at PTT where we had
Oh, you
a.
mean last year?
Yes, yes. So this is where when we sat down in the cafe and he's like, fuck it,
Ah.
I burn all my hotels. Follow Thomas, come, we go all the way. Yeah.
Well, this year I also where did I met you that I decided to burn my hotel?
Kauko, Pechabun.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, I noticed you had such a great time because you every time I met you, you were just spending time with your kids and
yeah. I mean, because even though we roughly stay in the same hotel, you and Baldwin would always leave first, right? Early in the morning. Then the Borneo boys they leave about 7, 8 like that.
And somehow they
And
always
then
catch up with me. I don't know why, because they're so fast.
then
Even though I leave
then
earlier,
I
then
will
I still get caught up. Yeah.
then I will leave the hotels like what 10:30, 11. Yeah. But you know lah, with kids, you have to settle them, wake them
Hey,
up,
the champion. I
had
mean,
our
he's
stuff.
stuck behind there. I mean, when you were talking to some of the guys, I stuck myself into the rear seat again, and I thought, wow, even my size, sitting in the
Yeah,
rear seat, feel like, oi, this is quite tight, you know.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
your son is taller than me, right? And I
Taller
say,
than me.
and I'm like shit, that's not fun. I sat in a position where Cass's position would be when she sit in front, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess kudos to your son. He's also another iron leg, not iron but iron leg.
Yeah, man. Every stop when we open the door, he really needs some time to get out. Like
Yeah,
one leg to get out first, then slowly let it his legs are cramped.
that plan
Yeah,
was
lor.
valid 2023, and then in a few months the plan become invalid. That's how fast
Yeah,
it
man.
grew. But
Yeah,
I'm so
all
happy
of a
for you,
sudden.
bro, because I remember watching your review with the Rapid S. I think I watched it twice already, like from first
Yeah.
second to last second. You really love the
Uh,
car, and then I recall you say that this one of your dream is to take your family on this car, to go
yeah,
and right.
yeah.
So you finally did it. So I'm so happy that you finally got to do it. Yeah.
Because when I took him to Borneo, I was like, can boleh Mana tahu the bugger grow even taller after Borneo. Like, what the heck? Just keeps growing. Ayo, if you saw last year Enduro's photo, right, he is still slightly
It's
shorter
shorter
than
than you.
Cass.
It's around your yeah, it's
No,
around your
shorter than Cass.
eyebrow level. Yeah.
He's still shorter than my wife. Then all of a sudden he's taller than me.
Mm.
Ayo, yeah. Oh, so nice. Oh, when you do this kind of trip with your cars, the more you love them, it's like
Absolutely.
amazing. I mean, there were so many times where we saw the road and then we go like deep, right? And then the suspension just, wow, there's no bottoming out, nothing. And then it's just so comfortable. And then the sound, and then knowing all my luggages are in there, 2 weeks, 4 person, is so nice. I just love the car even more now.
It's so, if you think about it, right? I mean, there's another black color Rapid S for sale, 400
Mm,
something. If you
yeah,
think about it, it's actually extremely underpriced for what the car can do, right? You know,
exactly,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
It's a 4-door Super GT, right?
I think it's worth 1.1 million.
Because you're a Rapid owner, lah. But yeah, I mean, think about V12, the kind of interior finishing, that lovely
Yeah,
design,
man.
timeless design. It's a Super GT, like a proper Super GT.
Yeah,
I never seen the Puro Sangue, but I would say the rear seat isn't probably quite big anyways in the Puro Sangue. You know,
slightly bigger lah.
slightly bigger. Okay, okay. I
Pro
probably
Sangue
think.
is bigger.
Oh, okay. I think the Lusso had probably way bigger seats than this one, or the
Yes,
Maserati Grand Cabrio or Grand Turismo.
Maserati similar to the Rapide, just that it doesn't have that super high center tunnel, so you feel more spacious behind.
Oh, but the leg room is the same lah.
Similar. And then the Lusso, I would say the legroom that you have, even though the seats are larger, in terms of legroom that you have, right, versus the seat in front, is roughly that of a Taycan.
Okay. Then not too bad. A child could sit behind, right? Probably
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
five.
Oh, no problem. Puro Sangue definitely can. Oh,
If
no.
it's
Sorry. You're talking about Lusso, right?
Lusso, yeah.
Lusso, the seats are larger, and then I can sit comfortably. My head is brushing against the headliner, and then yeah, lor, the knee room that I have, no lah, lesser than the Taycan, lesser than the Taycan, but definitely better than the Rapide. Way better than the Rapide. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Mm.
just think the Lusso is a good looking car lah. I think two times
I
I saw.
love it, bro. I love it.
I don't know why is it,
Apart,
but when I
mm,
saw it somewhere around September this year in Ginza, in
yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
Man, and you know how bougie Ginza is in his rolling
Yeah.
show. And it's like, man, like next to it was a Huracan, and I didn't even look at it. I was looking at the Lusso. It's like, wow,
The side view of the Lusso is bonkers.
yes,
The-
so long.
Yeah. Yeah, the long hood, and then Chiang, if you can find a side view of a Lusso white colors side view, oh, it's
That's why I think
beautiful.
my wife coming out of the Lusso because she's like coming out from her bedroom. It's like, hello, because she's so tiny.
Oh yes, the side view is crazy. The Lusso.
I think this lens doesn't do this angle doesn't do it justice because the lens. Yeah, this is more like it. The camera
Yeah,
lens.
yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Just now that one wide angle lens a bit fish
Yeah.
eye a bit gorgeous. I love this car. I love it. No steering feel, but still
It's a
a
G-
fantastic car.
It's another Super GT, right? Yeah.
Ah, yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it replaces the 612 Scaglietti.
Mm.
I mean, it replaces the FF, which the FF replaces the Scaglietti. Yeah.
You know the
It's-
FF
it's
stands for Ferrari 4, right? Ferrari 4.
Yeah.
Right. And then and then the GTC4 Lusso. I think the Grand Touring something four means 4-wheel drive, and then or 4-seater, sorry. And then Lusso means luxury, right? You know, luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 4
Anyway.
means 4-wheel drive.
Oh, I thought
So-
4 means no, I thought the GTC4 the T also means the turbo one.
No, the V12 one is called GTC4 Lusso,
Uh-huh.
and I think the V8 one is called GTC Lusso.
I see.
Because the V8 one is rear-wheel drive, the V12 one is 4-wheel drive.
Mm. I
But
saw
the
so
front
many
wheel,
like, huh? Front wheel?
the front wheel is practically non-active one until you lose traction.
I think low speeds is active, then high speed is not active already. And but I read saw a few stories of some people daily they Lusso to like 100,000 kilometers.
Yes, it's reliable.
It's
It's
the
very reliable.
the rich man's daily.
The rich man's Golf GTI. Oh,
Rich
so
man's
nice.
Golf.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, I love everything about this car, the form factor, the practicality, blah, blah, blah. I just 50-50 with the driving part, but the driving part is also because, it's called GTC4 Lusso T. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. So I think 4
Yeah.
is the 4-seater. Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, it's maybe my skills are not there, like a seasoned Ferrari driver, so used to a fast front end, but I still love the car. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Gorgeous interior. I love the interior design.
I've seen the interior, but yeah, it looks nice. There's a corner in Genting. We all know that.
Oh, the side view. Oh my god, this is epic.
How many of you watching here would love to do you like this car? Type yes, type no if you know this one.
Yeah, man. This would be
I think
perfect for
this-
Evo.
Yeah, wow. This is a perfect Evo Enduro 225 car, right?
Yeah.
After driving my Spider again, because the first time I drove a Spider, it was only a short trip to Mae Hong Son and back. Then now I did both sides. Then I'm like, oh man, the Spider is taxing. Like it's at best bearable, right? It's not comfortable. It's bearable until it becomes unbearable. Like so, it's like you can tahan until you cannot tahan. I find that somewhere around the 8-hour marker, 6-hour marker of drive, then you're like, oh man, like I don't get in the car anymore. And kind of, I guess it's good this year that I iron butt and I push a bit earlier so I can rest 2 days in between. Like Pai 2 days, Chiang Mai 2 days, Phetchabun 2 days, so I can sort of recover and pick myself up. If it's everyday drive, I think a car like a Spider would be a bit tough. I could do everyday drive in a Lusso, I guess, or a Vantage,
of course,
or Alpine, or DV9, like Mike, right? I can drive it every day, but not the Spider. I think the Spider would be something that I would have to have brakes in between, So no sports car, Grand Tourer, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the Lusso Pao, if you get the Lusso will be something you drive every day, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lusso is nice with the car.
And then you can do shopping. You know, all those buy those mid-engine cars. Your wife say, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. Cannot.
Yeah, it's last of its kind. So it will be a very, very special proposition. Yeah.
So what was your favorite, guys? So thanks for tuning in. I know it's only 75 because I think it's close to Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
But we're still here to hang out with you guys. I think today's theme is more about sharing our adventures and in Europe. Yeah. So what was your favorite memory, Bobby? Like I know you spent a lot of time with your family. It sounds like you really took the time to really like spend time with your family.
I this trip, right, with this trip in Enduro, right? I mean, like last year I brought my family, right? But I'm still in the mood of, okay, today want to do vlog. You know, I stop. I want to video other people's car. I want to do this. I want to do that. This year, right, I'm like, fuck all this. I brought all my cameras, right? I did not even took them out from the back. I just want to enjoy my time with my family, you know, and just fully immerse. I didn't even check the Enduro group chat much. You know, I'm with my family. I don't need to care about anything else. You know, I just do my drive. And if I like I bump into you guys and I follow you guys for 2 days. Thank you so much for entertaining us.
Intermittently 2 days. I mean, once in a while I see you,
Yeah.
then you talk away, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, lor. So, but I think my favorite part is that night when you told me you and Baldwin is gonna leave at 5:30 in the morning to street number 3,
Oh,
and and I made a decision that time. I was like, oh wait, do I want to wake up my family that early? You know? And I was like, I think. Then I discussed with my wife. My wife said, "You go ahead, lah." So I look at the map. I was like, "Oh yeah, oh, I leave with you at 5:30. I drive 1 hour to street number 3, and then you guys go on, and then I drive 1 hour back to the hotel, just in time for breakfast, just like a morning drive, lah." You know?
yeah, like I think
And
that yeah.
yeah, that was my favorite part. Whereby I woke up, I'm alone in my car. Right? So for the first time during my trip, I can corner without thinking much about the comfort of other people. Right? So that morning was I really enjoyed that morning. Thank you so much for letting me join you and Baldwin. And then after that, you all go ahead. I turned back and then I was alone, right? Driving that 40 minutes from Torturous Viewpoint to street number 3. Oh my god, that stretch is magical. That stretch is
Crazy route.
magical.
It's
Yeah,
my favorite route. Yeah.
yeah, my favorite part of whatever roads I've driven in Thailand. That part is, oh my god, I just enjoyed it so much. And then back to street number 3, then I saw all the pasar vendors all parking there, want to sell things to tourists already.
Too late already.
Then I saw, yeah. Then my 1 hour lonely drive through the kampong back to Kauko. Back to Kauko. Not Kauko, that was Nan. Back to Nan from
Nan.
yeah. Nan or Pua.
Pua.
Hey, which one is which? I'm confused now.
Oh, you went to Pua. You went to Pua. Yeah.
We go Nan first or Pua first?
Pua first. So you went back to Pua to pick up your kids. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Coco Valley Hotel, right?
Supposed to go the other way around. The bus go up north and then come back to street number 3 in Torturous Road. But
Yeah.
also quite tired from all the B road, so wanted to just do the bottom part, have a coffee somewhere.
Yeah.
So we didn't manage to complete the whole 1108. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so nice. That morning is my favorite part of the whole trip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with you and Bobby. Sorry?
Bobby put me on full screen. No, Bobby put Jiang put me on full screen.
Jiang, put Thomas on full screen.
Yeah. Yeah, see. Oh, is it?
Wow, torturous viewpoint. Oh my god. Freaking gorgeous. What's that? Oh, that's my car. Whoa! Oh, thank you, bro.
I know you cannot really hear over the screen, but there were a few scenes where there's no car. You can just hear the
Ah,
V12 from behind the mountain.
ah.
Vroom, vroom, and then the
Oh,
car show itself. There is a repeat, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
lor. So happy. So
that was
happy on that
my
part.
favorite scene also. Yeah, my favorite part of the drive was actually this road. It was
Yeah.
yeah, my favorite part of the whole drive. Yeah.
Where's Oh, I saw your tail.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah. Anyway,
man.
let's look at some of the questions and then maybe come back to enduro a bit. But yeah, I share with you the same sentiment. That road, the stretch between street number 3 and Tortoise Road was so amazing. Like I didn't want to get out. I was like hoping this never ends. But when we ended
Mm,
at Tortoise Road, it was like, wow, the scene was so nice. It's like, wow, you elevate a great experience to even greater experience. Yeah.
yeah. Thank
And
you, Paul. I think, yeah, that's what. Look at his. Sorry,
many side
Thomas.
quests. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Velocity AP because very interestingly, Mike actually asked me, "Hey, Bobby, you better order quick. There's a Black Friday discount on Velocity AP, and he can help me get it for a very good price." But then after that, I think, right? I really like what Mike's garage did to my car. Basically, Mike, what I like about Mike is that he's the kind of person, he's a car guy, all out car guy, right? Like, and he's a proper driver. And the way he takes my car, and then his workshop, right, Mike's garage, right? Actually, a lot of people underestimate this. If this shop is specialized in tuning your engine and also doing your suspension setup, right? How the car rides and all that, right? If he is he specialized with that, right? If he's around, let's say, I don't know, Bangsa or Taman Desa, I mean, where the hell is he gonna drive your car to feel it and then to come back and do adjustments? His shop, right, has multiple highways that he can go out and just blast. He can blast 180 km/h wide berth corners and then down and then so he fully makes use of that Cheras Highway, Cheras Kachang Highway, right? And then
Yeah.
he comes back in. He's full of information which novices like me can't tell, but he can. And then he go back and make adjustments. Anyway, that was my Audi. I love it. And then after that, he set up on my Aston also. Yeah, I mean, I love how it drives. And then the exhaust. Mike did a simple cross pipe, at the correct section. I don't know what the correct analogy or whatever lah, but basically he did an X pipe on my Aston, and I honestly think his setup sounds better than Velocity APs.
Mm.
Even though Velocity AP is a famous brand from Canada, right? But I genuinely think what he did for my car now sounds way better.
Mhm.
And I like that it doesn't just pursue the screaming, sharp, shrieking part, but it retains a lot of the original Aston's grunty character.
Mm.
The original sounds are there, just that original Astons, once you go past 5,000 RPM, like cannot sing already, like something stuck on the throat like that. Astons were like that, right? They were really good from 1,000 RPM to 3,500 RPM. Once they reach 4,000 plus, right, they all sound like nothing. But then what Mike did was, it sounds great, really great. And then from 4,005 to 5,000 RPM onwards, right, it has that Gila Barbie, like VTEC open feel to my car, It just, and it even pulls harder there. Even it sounds nice, but also pulls harder when previously it lost the it feels like, even though the red line is at 6,000 plus, it almost feel like the car run out of
Just
steam
short shift
already.
lah. Then you short shift
Yeah,
lah.
yeah, but now it just went wow. So
Mm.
I absolutely love it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, lor.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
bro. Because I always loved how your Aston sound when it was stock, and then when you
Yeah.
put in the first round of exhaust, it just
Mm,
became a bit too loud,
mm.
too blaring.
Yeah.
And now it sounds, I don't know if you noticed, me and Bobby will wait for you to start your car, then you go, okay, then we start.
Yeah,
It sounds like Aston plus plus, like yeah. It sounds like plus plus, Yeah. So
Pro
happy because
Max.
last time we had the Revolution at one point.
The
Ah! Bah! yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's a real car driver. So guys, if you're looking to get your car like tuned, suspension especially, even the engine tuning, check them out. It's very easy to it's so unassuming. It's a small little garage, and you think that, oh yeah, they only do fixed cars, but I think really the specialty, like, is having Mike be able to adjust. It takes a driver to know another driver, I think. And when I
Yeah.
talk to him, like, I want this, I want the car to do this. Then he's like,
Yeah.
then we'll figure things out. They say, okay, we're going to do this, right? So it takes a driver to talk to another driver. And in Mei Hon Son, I passed him my Spider. I drove his DB. Very nice, nicely tuned.
Uh,
But what I
uh.
noticed, they took my Spider, they start whacking my Spider also. So we like, it's like, oh, got the Spider gone. He's
Hey, really? The one, I mean, the one generation before us, like your father and all that, right? They came from the era where when cars have no traction control, no ABS and all that, right? They are all proper drivers. When they drive fast, they know their shit on it.
I mean, my theory is that if you still white hair and still drive fast, I would say that, the natural selection. If you're alive, means you're a good driver, lah. And Mike's one of them. He's also safe. He knows how to drive safely. But when the road's empty, he knows how to whack. You can see the handles the Spider really well. And my dad always tell me, you guys are so spoiled. Back in the days, we got like 30 horsepower, 60 horsepower. Now you guys
Yeah.
start 200 horsepower and say it's too slow. Back in the days, they slam the brake. We don't know which tire will break first.
Yeah. The servo, right?
Yeah, that's like one servo only, then all get the same pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But anyways, yeah, guys, do check out Mike's Garage. He suggested a really good mod for me. We did a solid state mounts for my Spider, and now it's incredible. Like the way the car holds its camber on high speed, like so stable. Like you wouldn't believe that. At certain corners, you'll feel like did I put a very strong negative camber? It's the same camber. Like I actually even have a. There you go. That's the one, right? Even when I had a less aggressive camber, it felt more aggressive than my more aggressive camber.
Wow, from that first photo alone, I can see a lot of weight reduction there already.
How much weight reduction?
No, you look at
no
the original versus the one that he fitted.
Oh no, the old one is hydraulic, ma. This one is solid
Ah.
state. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like I mean, it's okay. Of course, we give credit to Terrain Engineering, but what
Yeah.
I want to give credit to is to Mike to actually think of how to solve my problem, right?
Yeah, they know all this.
He ding 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 ding. Never done it before. They say, hey, let's try this, Thomas. Let's get a motor ball, solid state mounts. He did advise. It might get harsher. We don't know. We tried. The ride wasn't harsher. It was actually, it's maybe slightly more pliant. And these are the kind of things where only drivers could really think of. They don't. They he takes his he think about how to solve certain problems. Because my hydraulic mouse keep breaking. They keep because under a lot of load, it just KO lah, give up. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, guys, do look out for Mike. It's not something that, I send my car and I get a solution. You have to work with him. But he does a great job.
Yeah, too many shops out there. Right? Your car is like this, 230 horsepower. You go to them, come back. They are very happy. Wow, the computer show 270 horsepower, 280 horsepower now. And then everything else, just leave it as it is. And then you just go and whack. You know, versus a car that is properly set up, right? So different.
Hey guys,
Hello, Mr.
evening.
Con. Hello, Mr. Con.
Hey,
We're just
what's
talking
that?
about our enduro journey.
Oh.
Our trip in Enduro. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, lor.
Well,
Absolutely
Anyway.
enjoy the trip.
Yeah, so
Great,
I guess
man.
we want to also shout out to Mike and also DRC who also sponsored for our DRC Ford Dreams. They have customized rims.
Yeah.
And do check them out, DRC. I've seen some Bobby's 6 Series rims are made by DRC.
Yeah,
And
my 6 Series and my Porsche.
Porsche, yes, the gold color one, the Lala Zai gold color.
Hey, very nice. Hey, Chiang, no photo, man.
Okay lah, look like John Player special,
No, at
Black-
first, me and my wife cannot accept one when we saw the gold color.
Oh my
But
god.
after a while, it's like, hey, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and he got the aesthetic that sort of like fit the look of the 996.
Yeah, when
It
especially
comes-
when it's full black.
Yeah.
It becomes Bobby's car. It means that if you see that color, you know it's Bobby's car. Yeah. So shout out DRC, and also Expel. Expel has released a new windscreen protector.
Wow,
from US.
Excel saved me.
Oh, what happened?
No, I fitted their windscreen protector
Yeah.
right before Enduro,
Yeah.
the windscreen PPF.
Hmm.
And because this new one versus the old one that they carry last time is another brand called ClearPax.
Oh, okay.
Because Expel didn't
And
have they
Yeah.
have to service the customers, so they brought some other brands lah.
yeah, so that one doesn't have hydrophobic qualities.
Oh.
And that one don't self-heal
Oh.
when there are micro scratches. So anyway, the micro scratches is something that I cannot observe, but because this drive, there is a lot of times when it rains, right? And I'm so blessed with the raindrops, right? Just accumulated up and then just roll up like that. The
Yeah,
raindrops. Yeah. Oh, Mike's Aston is also on DRC wheels. Nice.
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 Yeah.
And what I like about the new Expel windscreen protector is that it self-heals. Because one of the thing I had with my previous windscreen protector is that it started to scratch and then it started to refract lights. So it started to look
Yeah.
like blurrer and blurrer. Now after having my car installed for 6 months plus, it still looks as good as new, which is super important.
Yeah, we
yeah.
is
Yeah.
get your windscreen PPFs is good stuff.
How much
did
do they
myself,
charge?
I think 1,008.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Or
okay.
more.
1,000 plus.
Price 1,008 bucks, but I did a challenge without this year is that I purposely didn't buy windscreen insurance. I'm so confident about the product. I didn't buy windscreen insurance. Let's see what turns up. But the other thing I did also was I really like some good news. This one is, by the way, probably you won't even hear from Expel Malaysia yet. But what I've been told is that we're just going to bring in a new grade of PPF, which is more affordable for more people.
Oh.
Because the
Nice.
protection is for the supercars and all they start their bread and butter, proven over
Yeah.
time. But they also noticed that a lot of people who wanted something that is more entry level, and they
Yeah.
finally came out with a set of PPF that is cheaper to manufacture, easy to install, and also retain majority of the properties, but at a cheaper level lah. May not
Nice.
as glossy as the current as the Ultimate Plus, but it does the protection, first protection number one. So
Yeah.
I think if you hold on to like January or something, guys, stay tuned to Expel. I think they are going to launch it soon. They may be guinea pig on a few cars. I may know earlier, but they have an intention to launch this in Malaysia because we know that a lot of people who maybe drive BMWs or maybe Mazdas, they just want the bumper. That's it, right? they don't want to spend a lot of money,
Yeah.
can they get it done? And I've been
Yeah.
told, this is, don't quote me, but can quote me lah.
Mm.
Even for a full front, including your bonnet, everything, it's not going to be like anywhere between like 6-7K where it normally would be, but it will be much more. 3-4 depending on your size, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
it's more and more affordable.
Nice.
Yeah.
A certain range of customers lah. So
Yeah.
that's some good news for people who
And
just
3 or 4K is from a known quality supplier.
Yes.
Right.
So they heard the call. They also started to do something for the mass market. So yeah. So I think good news for people who wanted good quality PPF but don't want to pay the super premium like 20K for 25K for the whole car.
Yahweh.
Yeah.
25K, Thomas can fly to Lotus Media Drive in UK already.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for our sponsors for Evo Enduro 2024. Thank you so much. Did you miss out anybody?
Yeah, and of course KL Auto.
Yes.
Desmond enjoyed it. Desmond legend lah.
Yeah.
Guys,
He
if your
thoroughly
car,
enjoyed
right?
it.
Yeah, he thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, he even though his car, but that only adds to the experience lah.
Yeah,
That
man.
only adds to the
Proper
experience.
car guy, right? Alignment, in pothole, alignment out, fix it. Never mind. Okay, engine oil, makan. Just pour engine oil. Never mind. Keep driving. like never once I met him, right? He was like pissed off at his car. He's like sulking or upset. He always have a smile on his face, and he's like, okay, all right. I love his spirit. I love it so much. Yeah.
Proper car guy.
Yeah,
And Desmond is a pro in soundproofing. You see, a lot of shops out there, right, say that, I do soundproofing, and then what they do, they lift your carpet, and then they just layer and layer your whole car, and then they don't understand that sound is a frequency, and sometimes it turns it into a echo chamber, and then your car can become louder when you simply apply soundproofing. So actually, a lot of people apply soundproofing outside, and at the end, cannot solve the problem. The car actually became louder, and they went back to him. He is so experienced that one look at the type of car and at I would say the internal topology of the car, right? He can know that, okay,
spot onwards.
This is where you need, you want to hear a little bit of the outside because of what, he knows all that. So he's very good at his craft, basically. Yeah, lor. His eyesight. Last couple years he couldn't join enduro even though he wanted because his eyesight has problems. He practically cannot see at night. So, but he did a surgery and it has improved a lot. So that's why this year he gets to join. Yeah. And we're just happy for him. His hearing is still as sharp as it is, so that he can continue his craft.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, and one thing to just add on top on his craft is that he's a car guy. So, for example, when I took my M2C, I asked for soundproofing improvement, and he didn't want to soundproof my rear tires because he said that's what you need to hear. This is a sports car. Yeah, you wanna hear some of the road noise. You want to hear your tires when it makes a bit of a squealing sound and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
so
it's information. It is information.
He really didn't want to soundproof the side of my doors because that's where most of the road come in from, right? When you go on the highway, then he deliberately leaves some space out so that I could still feel like it's a sports car. Which is very he could have made more money by just putting more soundproofing, right?
Yeah, he looked at different cars, right? Like I mentioned just now, it's as if he scanned your interior, right? He has a topology map out already. He knows how the sound would travel inside and all that, and then he would determine where to do it, how it reverberates and all that. I mean, he's a pro. He's a proper pro at this.
Yeah, and he solved some of my problems like my spider doors, or making like the inside the door there's like knocking noise and click. So he just open, this is the one. Then they tighten everything. Then the noise goes away. So I don't know what he does. I just I leave
Yeah,
it.
I
I go eat fun, come back, then it's done already. So
yeah, I wanna go visit him also in my Aston. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
shout
lor.
out to Desmond. Thank you so much for joining us. Great fun. Although I didn't spend a lot of time with him, I think during the Enduro dinner in Chiang Mai, thank you for not pinching my dad's nipples. So thank you, Desmond.
Well, I think Pao just said the best thing about enduro is that everyone does it at their own pace and experience togetherness without the need to be together. I think that's proper lah. Because for those who don't know, right, enduro is about us together agreeing on the same day to do something most of us won't do when we are just alone,
Yeah.
right? But we also don't want to nanny or control anybody.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you want to drive slow, don't request others to drive slow to wait for you. And those who drive fast, don't request those who drive slow to drive faster. You know, you go at your own pace. I mean, I'm staying with Thomas most of the hotels, and then with the Borneo group as well. Thomas would leave 5, 6 a.m. The Borneo group would leave 7, 8 a.m. Because I brought my kids, I will only leave the hotel at 10, 11 every day. You know, so I mean, we do it at our own pace. It's comfortable like that for everybody. And then if you happen to stumble upon this group at a certain stop, and then you decide to follow them, then by all means, right? And then the next stop you all broke off, then you met another group, and then you want to follow them. Just like me, I was doing my own shit until I stumbled with Thomas. Then I was like, oh, maybe I burn my next hotel. Then I follow Thomas for the next 2 days, you know. And then that's the essence of enduro, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, and then we see everybody's sharing their happy moments, you know, and that was that. Yeah, and then places everybody explore, everybody go out on their own to explore different things, right? And then they all share the photos in, right? It's so nice.
Some people go all the way to Laos. Some
Yeah,
people go back to KL to go and see some detailer and some garage.
yes.
Some are still in China.
Brian is still in China now. So it's not like, oh, all of us convoy, we go A, and then we go B, and then we go C. You know, don't know, everybody don't know leaving soon or not. Oh, that guy's still in the toilet, let's wait for him. No, I'm done with that. I've joined so many driving groups. That's why I come up with this format of drive, which is extremely comfortable. You can have your own adventures at times. You know, it is just magical where everybody is exploring their own shit, and then they found something, and then when they found something interesting, they share into the group. You know,
I mean, the whole point of a car is to have that freedom of mobility, right?
Yes, to wander off wherever, whenever you want.
Yeah, but if we have a fixed itinerary, we can't take advantage of the fact that we are there on our personal cars, right?
Yeah.
It's a fixed itinerary. It's like a bus lah. The difference is only you're sitting in your car, right?
Because
in fact, my personal opinion is regarding convoys. I mean, there are convoys that are very good, where everyone's skill level are matched and safety level is matched. There are some convoys that are dangerous, but because convoys are dangerous, sometimes some people who are not as skilled try to keep up with the skilled person and end up in trouble. Right?
On your side, very loud, Con. I'm sorry.
Okay, give me a second.
It's affecting the live. Yeah.
But anyways, I like the format because it's so relaxed. It's so relaxed. I enjoy the fact that there's no obligation to follow a certain timing. You know, we all manage ourselves. We're all adults, and open to meet great lah. If you want to drive with somebody, it's also great. You know, like my mom interview, we're driving with Mike, so then we are recording car flying up and down the bridge. You know,
that part. I really wanted to join you guys there, but I know I couldn't because if I took that route, my son will suffer. If I took that route, my son will suffer.
I took that route, and it's so twisty. It's so darn twisty. For at least 4 hours just to get to that route.
Oh my god!
You shouldn't put Ethan to jalan. Always car. Yeah. It's not that route is not easy. Then after that, you have to drive another 2 hours of twisty roads to Mae Hong Son and buy
Yeah.
Thai.
So I think I made the right call lah.
Yeah. I thought the bridge was very near. Then after I drove halfway there, I'm like, when is this? This bridge is so far. Like, you know.
Yeah. It's
Really
like,
far.
you know, when we're in Thailand, right? It's like the daily thing that we do is almost like after lunch. Hey, what do we do later? Oh, let's go Terengganu. After Terengganu, where's our hotel tonight? Oh, Perlis. Blast to Perlis, right? And then next morning, where's the next location? Oh, JB. Okay, now let's go JB. Bah, JB. And then after lunch, right? Yeah, after lunch. Oh, where's our hotel? Oh, Kota Baru. Like nothing. Just like last year, right? Me and my wife the year before, 2022. You know, we arrived Mae Sariang at about 6:30. You know, Mae Sariang 6:30. And then we look at the town. This town looks boring. Fuck it lah. Let's burn our hotel. Let's go Mae Hong Son. And Mae Hong Son is like 4.5 hours away, you know. So then I was chatting with my wife. I was like, can you imagine after dinner in KL, suddenly say, hey, let's go Penang. Lor. Yeah lah. That's the beauty lah.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah, Mike say his car is elephant, but he is keeping up with the GD3 RS, GD3 and all that. Gila.
His car is not the elephant. After I drove it a bit in Mae Hong Son, he did so much work. The car is actually.
I can imagine the wife pinching him in the car. It's like, just slow down.
It's fast. He's very fast in the car. But tuning is so good that the DB9 was sharper than the Vantage I drove. Right?
Super sharp, right? His front end.
Very sharp. And the tail quite playful. Predictable. But it was more playful than. It's strange because the Vantage is supposed to be the sports car and the DB9 is supposed to be the Grand Tourer. But end up impression stepping out of the DB9, Mike's DB9 was like, hey, this is more playful than the Vantage.
He practically turned it into a Ferrari, the fast front end.
Hey, rolling steering, so got feel.
Oh yeah. Anyway, for those of you who are listening, if you haven't joined Enduro before, do make it. You know, try and make it at least once. It's eye-opening and it changes people. It totally changes people. Yeah. Clyde Chai said that he did an unplanned trip to visit an old ancient ruin in Sitep. I don't know where is that. Is that what, Cambodia or what?
But that's the thing, right, guys? This is the reason why we don't have a strict itinerary and everyone has to stick together, because some people just want to try looking for something different, and it's okay, right? That's the whole point of you having a car. Like, you can go if you want to go, right?
Exactly.
You can turn off and detour if you want to turn off, where you can't do that in a bus trip, in a tour guide trip, right? That's the whole reason why we drive, so you can do like who's that? Julian decided to go to whatever that place called, somewhere between Chiang Mai, somewhere Chiang Rai, and it was like Sipu Fa or Baf was whatever the name place is called, and he did, he just broke off from his group and then he just drove there, came back to picture, said, Thomas, this road next year must drive, like it wasn't nice. He just drove it, right? That's the point. The point is that you drive a car so you can go on spontaneous discoveries, and that's why we drive, right?
It's like when you go on a guided tour trip with some tour guide, and then the tour guide tells you, 3 days later, whole day free and easy. And when you hear free and easy, you're so happy, right? Even though every day you got your itinerary, right? But free and easy day is always the happiest day. So the whole Enduro is we flag off together. Once we reach Thailand, free and easy for 2 weeks.
So we see you at Chiang Mai, right? That's the only one day we all meet for dinner, right?
Yeah, see you at Chiang Mai, and then after that it's free and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the
Because-
funny thing about convoy group drive,
Hmm.
sometimes those like sort of like organized, you pay and then you follow. I noticed one thing. I noticed here among many people who tried this kind of drives, they end up
Yeah.
having to see people they don't like to see because no choice,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's just sometimes it's just not that they're bad people. It's just wavelength not ngam, right? But they have no
Yeah.
choice. They pay already. They have to stay in the same hotel. Then breakfast must see them, you know.
Yeah.
Then must wait for them when they go to the toilet, you know.
Yeah.
it's like did you go for a holiday or you're like obligated to follow, you know? Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, lor.
Anyway.
Ayo, sorry, Pao, he couldn't get his Aston in time. And I think he must be I think you must be a bit disappointed, but never mind, there's always the next year.
Yep.
He's quite happy. What I saw him few times, he was smiling, you know.
Pao is a very positive guy, so always
He
good to
drove
hang
his,
around.
Con, he drove his Vanquish.
Oh.
He said his car is the Vanquish.
Vanquish.
'Cause it's a van.
Yeah. Yeah, his repeat couldn't be ready on time, so no
He drove
choice.
his Vanquish.
Yeah, his van there.
辛苦晒咯。
Yeah.
Then funny,
So-
like you are eating dim sum halfway in Maratai. Then one alpha turn over. Then one guy come out. Hey, Thomas! It's like what yeah, yeah.
Smaller or shorter enduro mid-year? Well, no harm, but do know every time I do enduro, I lose a lot of money in
Yeah.
terms of work, disruption of my workflow, and then coming back, nothing, So from preparation to enduro, yeah, go ahead, Thomas. From preparation to execution, and then coming back, stone and all that, right? So it puts a lot of it's very taxing for the whole of Horizon, actually.
It's
Not easy.
Yeah.
So I
If
would
I'm-
love to,
Mm.
but enduro was planned. That's why nobody need to pay us. It's free. It's a
Yeah.
drive where you don't have to pay us.
Yeah.
Right. Even though we greatly promote it because we are car guys, we love driving, and it is something that we do for the community, for the driving kakis, I mean, you buy your car, you love your car, you work hard to buy your car, and then you want your car to be the thing that creates the most memory with you. So everything is connected, I mean, if we have a dream car or something that we wanted really so hard to achieve, we'll work hard for it. Right, Con? Remember, I know you for so long.
Yeah.
For so many years, you've been telling me your dream is to put a BMW on your driveway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then we work together, and then you work hard, and then you got it. In fact, you got both, right? At one point.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
And and then after that, what's next? You create memories with your hard-earned cars. Since you're a car guy, right? So enduro is really something that does it, lah.
And actually addressing Paul's question from my perspective, right? I mean, the other reality is that, right, a trip like enduro, make no mistake about it, from a cost wise, it's not cheap, and we know that not everybody can afford to gallop off for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? And
the commitment and the investment that you put in, right, is equivalent to a European trip.
Right. And
your fuel cost, your hotel cost, your food cost, and the 2 weeks away, right, it is equivalent to a European trip.
Yeah.
And I have to pay for my whole team. Petrol, hotel, everything. And I'm not collecting money from the participants.
So addressing Paul's question, right? The easier thing is that Horizon just do one enduro a year, and whoever that joins, right, you join for as long as it's feasible for you. So
And then
if,
you U-turn.
yeah, so if
Yeah.
if the best you can do is 3 days, like this year I can only spare 3 days, so I had to
Yeah.
turn back at Hapjai, right?
Yeah.
So I turned back, and
By all means.
yeah, I mean next year I plan to stay a bit longer, right?
Yeah.
And you know, if your work or whatever, your finances or whatever can only allow you to stay 1 week, then you just travel your pace 1 week. Okay, after about maybe 4 days, 5 days, turn back and take a relaxing journey home. There is
Do you-
no obligation for you to go the whole trip.
Do you know, Con? Ever since I did enduro, right?
Mm.
From my own memories that I observe, right?
Mm.
People who join me in the first enduro,
Mm.
and after that, it completely transformed them.
Mhm.
They themselves
Mhm.
would ajak their own friends or their family friends
Yeah.
to venture into Thailand themselves,
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle
cross the
Tony,
border.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many, and it spreads.
Actually,
You know,
you're right. You know,
it spreads.
before this, the
Yeah.
idea of driving to Thailand is a very foreign thing to a lot of us,
Yeah,
right? Now, like that day when I was crossing the border, it occurred to me that, hey, my time at Bukit Kayu Hitam was less than the time I spent at Singapore Second Link.
it's a foreign concept to us because we are not as integrated as Europe,
Yes.
right? But for Europeans, right, it's very normal for someone to drive in from London. They cross the English Channel to Cali, and then from Cali they drive onwards either to Amsterdam, and then further on, to Germany,
Yep.
and then
I
they can even go up.
have so many
Sorry?
friends who would just, every 3 weeks, 3 months, they will take
Yep.
their race car, right?
Hmm.
Means like track spec cars,
Yeah.
They'll drive to Nürburgring, whack Nürburgring, stay there one night, whack again, then stay one night,
Yeah.
whack again, then they'll drive back. That's it.
Yeah.
This is normal for them, like Bobby
Yeah,
said,
I long for the day when China is able to integrate all of us, our roads, proper roads everywhere. That means, and then for the ASEAN countries, right, to really sit down and talk to one another to simplify the process of inter-travel. That
Yes.
means someone from Cambodia, can just drive, and then the Malaysia system can recognize the Cambodian number plate digitally, or
Yes.
Thailand or Vietnam, that would be perfect, or Laos, and then we all can just drive freely like that, right? It will really, really improve the integration of ASEAN. Of course, I mean, hopefully, I know now Myanmar is in a civil war. Hopefully they sort their shit out.
Yeah.
Myanmar is a huge country. A lot of potential in this country. This country can be a very powerful country. It's just anyway.
Now
That's my dream.
now a lot of local Burmese don't even dare to go back to their home country.
Yeah, kesian, all of them really kesian. I think this whole thing is again US.
Yeah.
But it would be so cool, right? That we can just say, hey, like it's a Friday morning, you pack your bike, and then you drive up to Krabi. Then the next day you are somewhere in Myanmar, at this resort.
Yeah.
And then by Monday, Tuesday, you make your way down. Then you're back in KL.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I really hope they can properly integrate lah. Anyway, let's put aside enduro and
1 hour enduro.
quickly shoot back. John Tan, Mazda 3 lift back. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, just bye. Shafiq, I can't answer you about long term. I can't answer you about long term reliability of Chinese brands, all the new Chinese brands. But what I can say is this: the Chinese people in China, when they use their cars, it's much, much, much rougher than how Malaysians use them.
Yes.
Okay, so if their car is tahan lasa enough for them, probably tahan lasa enough for us, but we wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Because
wow.
I think the other factor also is that the Chinese view cars as something that's disposable.
Yes.
Mm. So they probably engineered but the thing is that long-term reliability, there's no way to predict until these cars have at least 5 or 10 years on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Any other car buying questions?
Just let you know, John, who's looking at the lift back. Be wary of the rear seats and the boot space. It's not as useful. Okay, so if you're a family with teenage kids, maybe you want to not get this car, but if you're a single man, then it should
Yeah.
be alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mazda 6 again. Wow,
50K,
150k mileage.
but 50K only way.
50K, okay lah.
How much is the market price for a 2019? Shouldn't be 50k lah. Oh.
I mean, in my top of my head, a 6-year-old Mazda.
This is a 5-year-old.
It's a D segment. It's a D segment car. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
That's the market price, don't tell me.
90 plus.
Okay, because there's a mileage higher. Hey, for a D segment car of this age, is ridiculous.
Buy lah.
I mean, if you
50k,
don't
buy lah.
Yeah, lor.
Buy. I mean, mileage 150k is okay lah. 150k would have passed the 100k beyond,
Yeah.
so he would have replaced a lot of stuff. Yeah. So
Just
if the
like
inspection, everything is okay, buy.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Think of it. Let's say the car after 5 years for some reason condemned, means that your car cost is 10K a year for a nice D segment car, which probably wouldn't because they're not known to condemn itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say you drive for 5 years, and I know you sell it for 30K, bro. Wow.
Yeah, lor. Actually,
yeah.
inspection, you say inspection at Mazda, all okay, right? You certify that the car has no major accident, not damaged by flood. Then all the possible red flags are gone already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy.
Shit.
And you know Malaysia lah, Xeon Lee, right? There's so many, especially Japanese cars. There are so many places that can adjust your mileage. So if you want to feel good about it, you go and adjust, lor.
Remove the one law.
But it's so mind-boggling. This D segment, 5-year-old D segment car drives beautifully. I love the Mazda 6. I had it for like half a day, and I thought, man, this car is so well tuned, right? It's like they put so much effort in the steering, the brakes, the accelerator, and then the rear space is not huge, but it's like good enough. And I think myself, okay, wow, okay, way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Honda Accord at this age wouldn't be 50K, right? No way it will be 50K, right?
Yeah, lor. Is this like a good friend or family selling you at that price?
Yeah, lor. Meeting how could you get 50K? I think it's more expensive than the Mondeo lah, but you know, but
the Mondeo lah. Just
bro,
buy
the Mondeo is so good.
It's not as good as the Mazda 6. Seriously.
Really? Okay, if let's say you got the same budget for 2 cars, you'll pick the Mazda 6 or the Mondeo.
Yeah. Even if it's double the price of the Mondeo, I'll buy the Mazda 6.
The Mondeo suspension is way more talented than the Mazda 6. The comfort, you know.
Yeah, but there's so many more aspects to, a car, so.
Wow, this Mondeo also 39K already.
Wow, this is the top one.
Hey, but Con is 8-year-old. 8-year-old, this price normal lah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, normal lah. Especially a Ford, nonetheless.
Yeah.
The only reason it can sustain at 40K is because they are rare. If they are everywhere, this car will be 18 now.
The previous model is 18.
Yeah, but Bobby, what would the Mazda 6 have more better than this Mondeo? I mean, I think of engine, of course. I think of suspension. I think of interior also not bad. The Mondeo, right?
Not Mazda 6 level, lor.
I think in terms of performance, straight line performance, of course, the Mondeo wins.
Performance, the Mondeo eats the Mazda.
Yeah, right.
Comfort.
Yeah. comfort is there, but then the interior looks
Okay, Mazda 6 trumps on the interior
by far,
by far.
by
By
far.
far,
And
by far.
Mazda 6 interior actually looks like a D segment car.
Mm.
Mondial looks like an enlarged A segment.
C segment lah, and large C segment.
No, it's like you drag the whole thing larger,
Yeah.
but you sit inside, you look at the whole thing so drab looking at like qualities
Spartan
are not bad.
Spartan,
Qualities are not bad, but it's just the the inside outside all doesn't match. It's just it's not a bad car at all at 39,000. You know, you have 39,000, you're buying a car that can keep up with a 328i
Yeah.
easily, and it corners well, it rides well. Just that your service center no Langlois. You see all the uncles servicing their pickups there. You don't see a single woman in your service center. You're like, what
And
the hell?
And you, the one thing that is definitely true, whenever you service, you definitely pay more than the Mazda.
Yeah. Thomas, when I reviewed the Mazda BT50, right? I said in my review, it is exactly the same car as the Isuzu D-Max. Just that when you go to if you buy the Isuzu, you go to Isuzu service center, all you see is middle-aged uncle that are extremely ugly. But when you service your BT50, in a Mazda service center, you see a lot of pretty girls there. That's the only difference. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
I think that
is a max, right?
Yeah, it is a D-Max. It is a rebodied D-Max. Exactly the same. So when you service your car, you go service center, you can see some pretty girls. That's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone talking about getting his first manual car. Should we go for the Swiss Sport or the GR86?
Wow.
I would say
Both are-
GR86 lah.
I love the Swift Sport.
They're both amazing cars.
Both
but if I was
are
thinking-
both are crazy good cars.
don't you think, Bobby, the Swiss Sport deserves way more praise than what it gets, right?
Oh yes.
The praise, right? It's like the Japanese thought of entry-level sports car that a bachelor man can have for everything, right? I can go get my groceries, I can go to work, and then on the weekend I can pound it on the racetrack, right? You know,
I think in terms of mechanical achievement wise, right? Like what you are able to create based on whatever recipe you were given, right? I think the Swift Sport is a bigger achievement than the GR86.
Oh yes, that
It's a
context.
way bigger achievement. GR86, right? If you think about it, right, the whole recipe is served on the platter already. Front engine, rear wheel drive, relatively okay, elongated sort of each wheelbase. Everything is perfect for you to be a good driving, a sports car recipe. The Swift Sport is essentially a segment hatchback that are able to do what it does is crazy. Front wheel drive, and sub 1,000 kilo weight, still pass 5-star crash test, rides comfortably, looks good, practical, and then it does what it does. It's gila babi. This car is crazy,
I think
crazy good.
Similar skills person in a GR86 and a Swiss Sport, let's say, even in Sepang, I dare to say even in Sepang, it won't be like a 10-second difference, or it won't be that far, and that I think that's the remarkable achievement of the Swiss Sport, that they have so many things that not working for them. It's an A segment, passenger car.
Yeah, and if these two drivers driving capability is more novice, like someone like me, my level, I think I can go faster in the.
We're not
No,
novice,
I am compared to people who do 2 minutes 34 on the Swiss Sport. I am a nobody compared to Mike Yap, compared to you. I am a nobody in terms of driving, So this level, I think you'll be faster in the Swift Sport
Mm.
than GR86. Yeah.
What I love about the Swiss Sport is that you dare to push the car close to the limit. The car is so comfortable at the limit, so not nervous. It's not
Yeah.
nervous at the limit. It feels it belongs at the limit. I had a short stint with the Swiss Sport in the second segment of Genting, and I came out thinking like, what the hell these Suzuki people are doing? They are so bloody good. They are so good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it deserves more praise than what it gets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great
Yeah.
mechanical and engineering feat. To do that for the entry level
Mm.
car. Yes. Mm.
But
One of the
can I say-
branch manager and also the
Yeah.
PBF Sifu, he
Yeah.
have a Golf GTI. He tuned it to 300 horsepower, and he said his car is boring. I told him, bro. He said, I love a hatchback. He said, should I go Golf R, everything. I said, what do you look? He said, I need. The way he talked to me, he's like he's missing the engagement. I said, go
Swiss
get a
Sport?
Swiss Sport. And
Yeah.
stock, no
Mm.
tuning whatsoever. He said he
Mm.
enjoyed Swiss Sport way more than his Golf GTI. Now his Golf
Oh,
GTI,
yes.
fetch his parents, fetch his girlfriend, everything. The Swiss Sport is his fun car. And
Bro, sorry, you continue.
we just met him on Sunday, allow.
Ah.
He's signing year to year coming up, like one idiot like that, and that's what right? It's so happy for him that he got a car that's less horsepower, but way more fun, right?
Yeah. I enjoy the Swift Sport more than I enjoy the Golf R or the A45.
Mm.
But can I say all three of us will buy the GR86
Yep.
if it's the same price?
That's
for
true.
sure.
That's
For
true.
sure.
Business price.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
There's something
So
about a rear drive format that allows you to learn driving very differently.
yes, rear wheel drive. There's a lot of the learning curve is there. A lot more for you to slowly explore and learn, and that feeling is something a front wheel drive just cannot deliver lah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. At
But
the end of
must
the day,
I do need to drive a bit more aggressively to get the fun out of the car. Whereas the GR, you don't have to drive it that aggressively. You can really,
very true. Very, very true.
you gotta like
That's very
get
true.
yourself hot, and where the GR you can sort of drive 50%, feel the car roll in and out,
Yeah. That's very true. Okay. Well, BYD just launched the Sea Lion. And then there's Xpeng with the G6. Oh, so many of them.
How many? How much is a used IX?
I know. I hate it.
I hate it too, but it's
I cannot deny it's damn comfortable lah. It's
I'm just-
250,000, 250K.
well, by March, I'm sure it will get closer to your budget.
How much
Anyways.
is the Tesla Model Y?
I think should be sub 200 also, right?
The SUV or
Yeah. It's not expensive lah.
but I think of many electric cars. I think I don't know. Tesla does it so well. It's
Yeah.
very it's done so well.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm seeing a 2022 iX3 going for 180,000.
What the
Nice.
heck? Wait, how much is this? How much is this the Model Y?
But Connor,
Mm.
the Model Y is superior. Even the BYD is superior.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the iX, it's comfortable. Bugger cannot corner, and this one is not a BMW.
True.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't corner.
I think the Tesla Model Y would handle more comfortably than the iX. I won't say
Oh
it's,
yeah,
I
by
won't
far.
think it's more comfortable than the iX, but I think it will feel more nicer and confident.
By far, much nicer to drive. Much
If
nicer
we
to
use
drive.
anything of the Model 3 which we've driven, I think the Y will be a great buy.
Oh yeah. It's a nice drive. It's a good drive, good handling. Just like the
And
BYDs as well.
but I know it's not a SUV, but Zeekr is launched in Malaysia. I'm so excited for that. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Connor, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Remember when we entered this industry, right?
Yeah.
Every time there is a new model arriving from a car brand, right?
Mm.
The whole industry gets excited.
Correct.
Now, absolutely zero excitement.
Because there are too many.
Yeah. It's like,
It's like a new model
new
arriving. Yeah.
okay lor, new oh, okay lor. It's like you go Das Treffen and then you saw GT3 RS and then a whole row of them. And then behind that row,
Yeah.
there's another row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I was observing when I reviewed, I think that day I can't remember, was it the Xpeng G6? You know, I remarked that, you know, right now sometimes I just do not know how to review these cars anymore because they all look and feel and drive the same. They literally feel almost the same to me.
They all drive not bad.
Yeah.
They are all extremely spacious.
Spacious, well built.
And they are well built. China cars are extremely well built.
Yeah.
You know, Japanese car cannot fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only difference is the way they look.
Yeah.
And then the software, they are all one single screen. You know, so yeah, at the end of the day,
the EMA 7 also. It's the EMA 7 also.
I want to ask Izzati Suhaimi, I want to ask you this question. Will it be your one and only car? And then there are times probably during Raya you need to balik kampung. If it's your one and only car and there are times where you may need to balik kampung with the family and all that, right? I strongly suggest at this juncture, probably you must have a petrol car and an EV car, and your petrol car can actually do balik kampung for you. Because I can guarantee you by next year during Raya, when the balik kampung happens, it will be havoc at the charging stations. It will be havoc. Solely because of Malaysia's failed deployment in EV chargers.
Yeah.
And yes, very, very poor deployment of EV chargers compared to Thailand, Vietnam, or whatsoever. It's becoming a very, very serious issue already. Everyone just selling and selling and selling and selling. And I mean, I've said this many times. I wish the government would mandate a law that for every car maker, every EV car maker, because we are not collecting any excise duty or any duty from you guys now, you guys are having a free run for our market. They should actually mandate, okay, for every 100 cars you sell, you must install 5 DC charger. We don't care where you install. We don't care where you install, but you have to install 5. You have to invest 5 DC chargers for every 100 cars you sell. We don't care where you put it. You can put it in your dealership. You can put it in the parking lot next to your dealership, whatever the fuck.
Highway rest stop.
Yeah, wherever it is, you must deploy them if you want to continue selling your EVs for no excise duty. That would at least improve our infrastructure to support.
It speeds up the deployment. It takes the burden off the deployment of the government's shoulders, right?
I mean, currently, like, everybody just say that, oh, look at North-South Highway. Oh, you have chargers here, you have chargers here, here, here. So enough for you to go Penang, and then enough for you to go JB, or enough for you to reach Perlis. Hey, hello, it's one highway, a handful of rest stops, and then the chargers are at the rest stop. It is enough if there are nobody else on the highway. Yeah. And moreover, the problem is after you exit your toll, you go into your kampung.
Yeah.
What do? You come back to the highway to charge.
Yeah,
yeah. And then there's no integration of apps. Every company has their own app. Yeah. I mean, Malaysia, we spend so much money on the My Sejahtera app, right? Now it's useless, right? Why don't they readapt that app and then force every EV charger deployment company to enable a plug-in for that app to plug in so that we can have one app that sees every single charger,
Yeah, lor.
every brand,
Yep.
right?
It could be West Charger, could be Touch and Go. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's a single,
Now,
single.
right? Now it's like, and some chargers don't work. Now is, there's a charger here. Look at the brand. Okay, look for the app. Then go and download the app.
Then to top up
It's-
everything, right?
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Actually, you're right. Now I think about it, right? Today is the day where when you drive out to work, you will at least see 5 to 10 EVs on the road.
Exactly. Exactly.
So now
Yeah.
you could go in this rate. Next year we're fucked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
it's like from what we discussed, right? It's so unfeasible to own an EV. It's so unfeasible.
But question though,
I mean,
when would it be the
yes.
day that both of you will consider driving an EV?
Oh, me.
Yeah, for both of you. When
I'm
will be the
just
day?
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for a used Electra. I mean, for me now, the best EV out there that I will personally buy is the Electra.
Bro, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. For me now, that is the best. But of course, the price is super high. So I'll wait. I'll just wait.
For me,
Yeah.
I don't. For me, I am happy to like jump into an EV like today, just for the within city commutes. But for long distance drive, even let's say I want to go, say, don't need to go far, Penang or what. Even let's say if I want to go to Seremban or Malacca, I would drive my regular.
But you know what,
Yeah.
Thomas? Peninsular Malaysia, right, is the perfect market for EV deployment. We are the perfect market. Why? Because go north, maximum 400 km.
Yep.
Go south, maximum 400 km.
Yep.
Right? Left to right, 250.
Yep.
Maximum. So we have the perfect geography and the perfect market size. Our market size is so much larger than Norway, than whatever market
Singapore.
out there. Yeah. I mean, Singapore is small, perfect for EV, but I think the market size is not as big as ours, right?
Of course, nowhere near.
So we are the perfect market to sell and be a full EV geography.
Yeah.
Right. Because Malaysians seldom venture into Thailand, very, very seldom. Right. So what we do is always at the peninsular side. And a normal EV with 550 km range, right, can cover the whole of Peninsula. It's just our deployment of chargers that are very, very poor because there is no macro view from the government. There is none. There's no strategy. They just mentioned, we want to have 10,000 chargers by 2025. Bullshit. If you hit the target now, impossible with all the bureaucracy that is happening. Anyone wants to install a charger, you need this guy approval, that guy approval, that guy approval, and all this nonsense. And then only big companies can afford to install chargers en masse, and then big companies have to see whether it's profitable or not. But a lot of them are not profitable. They realize it. It is not profitable. The investment that you do to build the entire structure, to pull the cable from TNB and then to deploy the expensive DC chargers is a lot of investment for very, very little money coming back. Very, very little. So they have to democratize the installation of DC charger. Look at Thailand, what Thailand is doing. Okay, you are a sundry shop, right? You want to install a DC charger. You just buy one and then you get the electrician to come here, tap in, pam, you have a DC charger in front of your sundry shop where you can charge people from charging, So that is the way for mass deployment. If not, very difficult. You cannot build like a proper station, very beautiful, Gentari, big branding and all that. The investment is crazy. All people need is just park by the roadside and then there's a thing there for you to plug in your car. That's all that is needed. You don't need all the green message, all the ESG nonsense, all the facade and all that. Stupid. Is stupid money being. So I just think that this will become a huge issue for our country. Yeah.
Probably should be election for transport minister.
This is just one small what do you call that? One small suggestion from a mere citizen, right? Cannot base on a small
Thailand-
idea like this to qualify for
Thailand
it.
just have because they don't put so much. I think they don't put so much bureaucracy around things. A lot of
That's how Thailand rolls.
I mean, and you know, you go to a random hotel, like you see, like I seen this like 3-star hotel,
Yeah.
whatever, and then they got EV charger in front, or DC charger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because for them,
Yeah.
is they're thinking, how do I have more people visit my hotel? I'll install EV charger, right?
Yeah.
So I can be more competitive than other hotels. My hotel, you can plug, stay the night, tomorrow you continue your journey, right? Just like
Yeah.
that, right? Don't have to be so complicated. Like that really,
You know what, Thomas? You know why Thailand roads are so nice to drive?
right?
Okay, first of all, they're nicely paved. Okay, this one is about the contractor delivering their work, lah. Huh? I mean,
Okay.
they have dignity in delivering their work. But one of the reasons their roads are so nice to drive, right, is that a lot of their curves and corners and elevations, right, don't pass international standard. It's outright
Really?
dangerous. It's outright dangerous. Go up, you see nothing. Come down, sharp turn. What the heck is that?
Oh yeah. I mean, in all
Yeah.
the roads are
Yes, that's why it's so nice to drive. In many countries, in Malaysia, right, it will not pass as a highway standard kind of. You know, it's a death trap. They go up like that. And, wow, I don't see anything. Wow, the
Yeah,
view
yeah.
is so nice. Come down, sharp right turn. Wow.
And then
Yeah.
we were discussing about Route 1148. I think it's like
Yeah.
the Laguna Seca corkscrew turn, but
Yes.
extended by multiple left and rights. Go Laguna Seca, you go up and then you turn left and then right. This
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
left, right, and then left, then reducing radius, the more turn, the sharper edge. I was like, what the heck? Like, you want people to die?
Yeah. It's a bit like how KL, you know, the developers who talk to the city council. Hey, bro, look under the table. Look. Okay, I fly this bridge over to my condo. Okay, no problem, bro. No problem. It's like that kind of roads. But Malaysians are the ones we built here are badly built. But I mean, granted, Thai roads are still fucking nice to drive. They are
Oh, yeah.
so well paved. Yeah. They're
Yeah, but
engineered well, you know.
But the worst roads in Thailand are worse than Malaysian roads. Remember the
Yeah.
one at Kauko, the Google Map say, hey, turn left here faster because there's an Indian passenger. Then when there's like, what the hell is this road? Potholes everywhere.
I learned one thing, bro.
Yeah.
Google Maps in Thailand, you must always turn on satellite view. You have to turn on satellite view to judge whether the fucker is bringing you through some farmlands or not, or in between estates. That's when the brown gravel roads catch
Yeah.
you.
And then got gravel road, then got potholes, which
Yeah.
if you drive a 4x4 or a sedan that you don't care, like you know those
Yeah.
CRVs or whatever, they whack all the potholes, right? Then you look at
Yes.
this spider, you know.
Well, I tell you, I avoided so many times where like suddenly ask me to
Bro.
turn left. Then I look at the map. It cannot be the main road connects back in the front ma. This fucker asked me to turn into a farm. Babi way. Those roads will be bad.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, I wish I had a camera, right? But the faces people give us, right, when in their Honda HRV or in their
Yeah.
Triton, it's like so high, you know.
No, it's like
you know, into these areas. Yeah.
It's
we are
like me and
slowing
Mike.
down. Yeah.
It's like me and Mike in Trans Borneo lah. We were going through the off road. Two Astons going through off road, right? Then the locals all look at us like, "What the hell is these two guys here with their sports cars going off road?" Yeah. So our best roads cannot beat Thailand. Our worst roads also cannot beat them. Their worst roads can be roofless. Right? Look at all these dangerous things. They don't even bother to barricade it up. You know, you can be driving at night, no light. Suddenly, boom, bang! You're 2 feet lower. What the hell? Yeah, that's fucking Thailand. Yeah.
That's amazing. But still, man, the fact that you can drive a little bit, then you find a coffee shop in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah. Yeah.
have an amazing view by the river, by the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, back to the EV one. Antonio
Yeah.
said NIO's battery swap is the better solution. The problem with this is that their cars, right? The battery is integrated with the chassis, the monocoque chassis. So even if they open up this technology, and actually it's not much technology, it's just swapping battery, right? If they open this up to other car makers to adopt, the others have to pay them royalty.
Yes.
Or will they give out free royalty? That's the second question. The third question will be packaging. Because when you want to make swappable battery, right, you have to sacrifice a lot of weight and packaging so that the battery has its own enclosure, and then the chassis part that interface with the battery also has its own ports and plugs and all that to integrate it. So all this affects the whole thing. So the only way, I mean, if this is used across the industry, it has to be either mandated by the Chinese government. That means the Chinese government tell them, all you guys out there now only use NIO's battery swapping technology, or then everybody follow. If not, right, I don't see this thing going far, even though it's fast, but the improvement of new battery material like solid state battery that can charge in 10 minutes solve this problem entirely. So the new generation, I think the first car maker that launched in China is Chery. Surprisingly, not BYD, it's Chery. Chery has go into production for their solid state battery, and those batteries can be fully charged in 10 minutes. So once charging is 10 minutes, everything is solved.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that one has to come with the 800 watt architecture or something like that. I'm not familiar with all these. These are all new terms for me. Yeah, lor. So battery swapping, I don't see a big future for it, provided big players like Tesla, BYD adopt it.
Yes.
If not, it's a dead end road.
It's only feasible if it's an industry-wide adoption.
Remember just now I mentioned the charging stations, 6 charging stations. You have to build a nice thing over it with big branding and all that. Never, this thing costs way more to swap one car at a time. And then you must have a whole mechanism inside that takes out the battery and then stores it. And then inside you have multiple cartridges. Your cartridge, right, must have enough buffer to last an entire cycle through a whole day of fully charging one battery. That means if charging one battery slowly in the thing, right, takes 8 hours, all of them must be able to last 8 hours of swapping for the empty one to be fully recharged. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to store so many inside. Imagine the charging station, cars go in non-stop every day, right? You have to count non-stop every day. That means if every car is 3 minutes, so you count 24 hours per 3 minutes is how many cars? That is how many batteries you need to have buffer inside for the first empty one to be fully charged, where every car arrive will have a full battery.
Yeah.
It's too costly for one station to be deployed. Impossible. Impossible. Just to build one, you can build hundreds of chargers probably.
This just now this crossed my mind. Every last time when fuel prices in Malaysia, the first time fuel prices in Malaysia were floated, when prices of petrol went up, everybody queued up at the petrol station.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine if the battery prices float like this, right? And people say, "Wow, tomorrow battery price going up," or everybody queue up. Jialat, eh.
But I'm just curious that we talk a lot about EV. We all probably in this call, 3 of us are petrol heads, right?
Yeah.
Would you drive an EV? I know a lot of petrol heads. They'll never drive an EV.
I will.
I will.
I will. In every measure, EVs are better cars, straight up.
For if you look at it from a utilitarian standpoint,
You look at how we review cars,
Yeah.
how we review cars.
Yeah.
Whenever we review a car, right, we judge whether it's comfortable or not,
mm-hmm,
whether it's fast enough or not,
mm-hmm,
whether NVH is good or not,
yep,
gearbox shifting is smooth or not.
yep,
All these things, and for cars from A segment to D segment or to Rolls-Royce, the pursuit from A segment to D segment is these four things. The more you pay, the better they are in these things.
correct,
And all these things come as prerequisites as an EV.
yep,
The cheapest EV is as quiet as your Rolls-Royce.
yeah, lor.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they are quiet. But
See, the thing is that, right, an EV will not give us more enjoyment on our weekend drives, right? But imagine when you are stuck in a traffic jam, sending our kids to school, going to work. I mean, you V6 or V8 or 4-cylinder or EV, I might as well take EV.
yeah, but I mean, I'm imagining if one day they slowly improve and improve and improve, it will be interesting.
Yeah.
You just think about it, Con. Now we have wireless charging technology, right?
Yep.
Let's say 20 years later, right? Your Maxis cell tower, your Maxis cell tower actually transmits electricity wirelessly.
Yep.
Right? I mean, this is already proven because we have proven that we have devices that can transmit electricity from microwaves to electricity. They can convert it.
Yeah.
So, and when technology goes better and better, the range will increase, the watt or the volt or whatever, I don't understand that part, will increase.
Mm-hmm.
So next time you can be driving an EV without a battery.
Maybe
And
it can
just a
charge
receiver.
without you being in the car. Maybe it
You
will
don't
step
even need to charge. You just need to pay your subscription and make sure you are within coverage. When you're within,
then the friends who
Exactly.
drive, so the people who drive with U Mobile very sad lah. Then
so if you're within coverage and you paid your subscription, per month, which is automatically charged to your credit card, and you are within the coverage of that Tesla tower or whatever. Remember, Tesla was able to transmit electricity last time. Con, you go and study it. Yeah. And your car is powered because you are under the coverage. So by that time, right, maybe your EV weighs 980 kilo.
Wow, song.
You don't need a battery. You don't need to carry your battery.
Yeah.
You just need a receiver, right? So by then, will you enjoy your drive? And then let's say you buy a GT3 RS version, okay? There's no soundproofing from your electric motor. You can hear the bugger. And then by that time, the car guys there, hey bro, this electric motor sounds better. Yeah. I love it when it was at about 45,000 RPM, right? Wow, it sounds damn good, way.
no RPM, bro. There's no revolutions for me.
No, bro. No. Electric motors, they spin 20,000, 30,000 RPM.
So
Everything that
different.
rotates has
really?
RPM.
Yeah,
Oh.
the electric motors, they spin at that speed, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Probably we will.
Yeah.
Probably we will.
It's
So
probably-
it's about
I'll say
weight
it's
now.
inevitable lah, that we will always do it. Right?
I am very sure I'm very sure that mobility will eventually result in electric mobility is the future. I'm just not sure battery as the carrier of energy will have a future in the
But
future.
let's say right now, if let's say somehow magically you have an EV at home, and maybe it's not Electra, like maybe it's a Zeekr X or I don't know, Model Y. Would it be something you'll drive more than the RS6? And like would it be something you drive more than your
Daily,
S-Max?
To send my kids to school, definitely.
100%. If it's daily, 100%, I will
Definitely.
use an EV. I prefer an
Definitely.
EV on daily drive. That means 97% of our drive are doing the mundane work,
Yes.
right? Go
Yes.
meeting, go yum cha, then go coffee, and then
Go media,
send our
go
kids.
media invites, whatever.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
cinema and all that, right? 100%. And EV is way more enjoyable than our
Correct.
petrol cars.
Yeah.
Except when we want to go on morning drive, we
Yeah.
want to hear the interaction between our cars, the engine, the mechanicals, and all that. Like that, no?
And I think right, if you have an EV, right, it will actually make you, and for us lah, it will actually make us enjoy our regular engine cars more, because when
Yes.
we drive our like for example, if I had an EV and I have my E39 and my S Max, right,
Yeah.
every time when I drive my BMW out, it would be really for the purpose of savoring the sensations
Yeah.
of the car's handling, of the car's engine.
Yeah.
Then the EV will be purely on the context of, okay, take the family, go groceries, go send the kids to school.
Oh,
right?
I love that. I
Yeah.
love driving an EV doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would be the EV that you will pick? Let's say, okay, we don't say Electra lah, because there's different kind of price range, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we say below 300K.
I
Medium
think
to
so far the BYD Seal seems to be the most convincing offer lah.
Brand new car, lah. You mean brand new car, right, bro?
brand new, yeah.
Yeah, BYD to me.
Can you buy an
Brand new. Sorry?
Can you buy an EX90, the Volvo?
It's not
EX90.
launched yet.
It will come, but I believe the price will be closer to 600K.
Oh shit, serious? Wow.
Yeah. I don't think you will be able to buy it at 420. Even the new XC90, the facelifted XC90, I believe it will be closer to 500K.
Wow, that would be a big jump, eh?
I mean, the XC90 from the get-go, if it goes through the normal taxation, right? It should be a based on our spec, the spec that we're getting, full spec, full everything, right? It should be closer to 700,000.
Correct.
Because in every global market, the XC90 T8 is the same price as the Range Rover Sport.
Yeah.
But in Malaysia, Range Rover Sport is 700 plus thousand. XC90 is 400 because it's practically tax-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know that the XC90 T8 that is sold in Malaysia, right? Because ours is full spec, panoramic roof, everything, right? It is so expensive that Volvo Singapore doesn't even bother to take in the T8.
Yes.
Singapore only sells the T5 and T6.
Yes.
Because it's too expensive. It is too high spec. The one that we get is too high spec. But Malaysians see it as a 400K car now because Volvo has been selling it so cheap.
And GLE. Right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you, Thomas? Which one would you buy? An EV below 300K?
I really like the Taycan because I like the way it drives. But
bro, Taycan is 700K.
Yeah, different price range. But I don't know what is the Zeekr 001's price. But I love the shape of the 001. It's like have you seen 001? The one that looks like a shooting brake.
No.
Which one is it? Zeekr 001 is which one?
Yeah, Chia, can you bring up the picture? 001, Zeekr 001. They're not bringing it to Malaysia because I heard they're phasing it out. They're not
going to 001, the hot hatch.
Looks a bit like a Taycan.
It's a Panamera. It's a shooting brake kind of style.
Looks a bit like a Taycan Sport Turismo.
Yes, the 001R is extremely fast one.
Yeah, but
like 3 seconds to 100.
I would.
Okay.
Give me Makina. Okay, but I love the shape of the 001. It's so sexy. Look at that. I mean, the pictures that these are Chiang, but it looks like a shooting brake.
It's my favorite Chinese EV brand now.
Right? I love the Zeekr. I mean, I know Volvo's involved, but it does have an antler kind of look, like a,
I mean, we don't get Polestars. I mean, I like Polestar. Polestar design, really nice.
But this is what I think if I were to, I don't know what's the price, but I wouldn't even mind something like a Zeekr X. I really like Zeekr. I like what Zeekr is doing, and I think Malaysia just launched Zeekr just launched somewhere early
Yeah.
early December.
Yeah.
Sorry, toilet break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
again,
was
I think
they
Zeekr
launched
just
the
launched early December.
yes,
Yeah.
they launched the 009 NR. This one, the X. The X, this is the same.
Holy crap! Only 156,000.
Yep. This one, in terms of positioning, right? It's about X1, GLA, XC40.
Yeah,
target
I know
market.
that Zeekr, because I know Dave who has now a Zeekr dealer in PJ. He said
Nice.
Zeekr is more or less trying to target that premium EV level, right? Which
Yeah.
is probably, I won't quote him, but in my mind I'm thinking, yeah, that is what you said. Target GLA,
Yeah.
kind of customers.
One
It's incredible.
good pricing.
It's
I think
ridiculous.
this
It's not
one's
good. It's
selling.
ridiculous. For 156,000,
Yeah.
right?
Rear wheel drive.
Oh,
I mean,
this one, the interior
it's-
build quality damn nice.
It's built on the same platform with the EX30, right? The Volvo's
Yes,
EX30.
but it is a lot more spacious than the EX30.
I mean, okay, if I say, I guess to get around for a decent price, then yeah, this will be it, right? And I think I were to buy something that's EV, I would like to have the assurance of Volvo behind it also.
But I heard people who drive both, right? They
Ah.
say this car, the Zeekr X, drives like any normal Chinese EV, like city drive kind of handling. But the EX30, I've driven it, is really sharp handling, very good handling. the kind of handling that Thomas would prefer, that would be the Volvo EX30.
I mean, you're not gonna wet corners with these cars, but like the kind of like the assurance you feel when you turn the steering, when you touch the brakes and you throttle, Yeah.
Yeah, EX30.
Yeah, I guess for me, I like the X30's look. It's more compact, get around the city. C40
Yeah, but
is
the rear seats are really tight. The rear seats are really, really tight.
true, that's true. But the C40 is really sexy looking. I love the C40. So sexy.
Ah,
Yeah, I
cool.
don't like coupe butts on SUVs, but it just looks good on the C40. Yeah. But if let's say the 001 is somewhere rather around 250, 280K range, the Zeekr 01 it looks nice.
It's crazy, right? In one go, in the span of probably 2 years, China totally demolished the brand perception, brand hierarchy we have in cars versus the price we're willing to pay.
Yep.
Yes.
They can introduce a new brand that we have never heard of before, and then they sell at the price of an established maker, and people open the door, look inside, and then they buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are able to do that. That means, right, they are telling the Europeans, your 100-year of brand heritage nonsense, your logo and all that, all the imagination that comes with your brand, right, is all bullshit
Yeah.
in front of actual value for money, build quality.
And the
And-
009, Bobby,
Yeah.
the Alphard looking.
Oh
Zeekr,
yes. Oh
I
my
saw a
god,
few
that one
in
is
person.
awesome.
It looks good. It looks so good. The front,
Fantastic
the
car.
grill design that it's not straight, that it's like, the lines are like bit, and the
Yeah.
side profile, the rear profile, I'm like, like if I'm in my below 40s,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to drive. I will pick this over the Alphard, right?
Yeah. You remember that day in the
Over
last
Alphard.
live session? In the last live session, when someone asked me, Bobby, do you think sorry, I can't very loud your side. Yeah. Con.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Hey, how come I'm still hearing one?
Not mine.
Hey? Hey, Con, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, it's delayed one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That day when someone asked me, oh, Bobby, Jaguar is not doing well now. Do you think a China company will buy them up? I think that era has ended. The Chinese already realized that brand can only help you that much. At the end of the day, it's still your product. How good it is, how innovative you are, And that's what gets you your customers, not buying a established European brand and hoping the brand will uplift you. They have totally thrown that away. And the best example in Malaysia market is J.Crew. Right. One
Right.
year ago, none of
What
us,
the hell is J.Crew? What the hell is J.Crew?
yeah, 1 year ago, what the hell is J.Crew? Never heard of it before. And then now with one car model, they outsold what? They outsold Mazda in totality. They it's gila. They, you know, and it's not like they're undercutting at cheaper by 30,000 or cheaper by 40,000. No, they are on par pricing value,
No.
140K, 150K.
You know the funny
And
thing, bro? Sorry,
Yep.
wait. Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I finished our point. I think you're stating something important. I'll come back to something really interesting. Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I think I've said what I said. I mean, the price parity, and immediately they demolished the existing brands in terms of sales value in our market. Yeah.
CRV, all these kena tapao.
I don't know about sales numbers, whether they kena tapao or not.
But
I'm not
the
sure.
looks, but first look at the looks. It looks more expensive than what you would pay for.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Every time one J.Crew pass me, I look at it, I'm like, man, it looks good. Like it looks good, you know.
Yeah.
And then I will just add something. I just look at the numbers. They sold more J.Crews than Peugeot 4.6, 4.7s, or 4.8s. Or 4.8s.
That's an easy one to demolish.
I mean, you think about it, it established brand, you know, and then this guy come in and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they will sell better in the future, but I wouldn't be hard pressed to think that they won't do well for the next few years. You know, it looks good.
Bobby,
Yeah.
didn't you saw numbers that day that J.Crew even outsold Mazda?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah. Also,
Right.
the entirety of Mazda.
Which is crazy, way.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas, J.Crew also outsold CRV.
You serious? Fuck.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's incredible.
But CRV prices are 100K more.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the thing, right? It's cheaper than a CRV.
Yeah.
Looks better. I mean, space maybe slightly smaller than CRV, I imagine. You know.
Yeah.
But man, it's crazy, right?
Oh my God. Wait, let me see. October 2024. J.Crew J7, 1,579 units. CX5 is 393 units. 5 times.
Jesus.
They beat CX5 5 times. Let's see other car model. Okay, this one is a very popular
I know a
one.
lot of people like to beat on Chinese car makers, and they say that the quality might be a problem. Guys, you must remember one thing. 40 years ago, half a decade ago, before I was born also, this is something my dad told me, and you guys I probably can verify online. China was still moving things from oxen carts. You know, to think about a country that's still using oxen carts to move things around, and you know, there wasn't cars wasn't a norm, and
Yeah,
right
man.
now they are at the forefront of producing things like J.Crew, right?
Yep.
You know, BYD Seal, you know, now with the solid state batteries, and
Wow.
it's incredible, isn't it? Like, to think half a decade ago they were asking Volkswagen to sell them cars, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, they beat Corolla Cross.
Yo.
Wow.
Toyota Corolla Cross is the bread and butter of.
It's like the Corolla Cross is like the Myvi of B segment SUVs.
Is
And then you got
Toyota's.
a brand that nobody knows called J.Crew.
Yeah.
What like, I think it was like some Korean panchan brand or whatever. I don't know, like kimchi or something.
Yeah.
And this is incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
You see,
Shocking way.
and you know,
November 2024. November 2024.
Mm.
Corolla Cross delivered 700 cars. J.Crew is 1,456.
Bloody
J7.
hell.
What the
Bloody
heck? But it remains to be seen. Maybe these are accumulated orders. they begin delivery. So we'll have to see next year when the initial push up in demand
Normalize.
normalizes, then we see how well it sustained itself.
Yeah.
But
Currently,
so far,
HRV is still the champion lah. HRV is the champion lah.
yeah, I'm hoping. Let's see. Honda HRV, yeah.
We
think-
did 1,900 plus on those
Okay,
ones.
Honda HRV beat JQ.
Yeah, but
Honda HRV,
getting quite close. I mean, quite uncomfortably close to a lot of the usual manufacturers lah.
yeah, but be mindful, HRV is a cheaper car.
Hmm.
It's at a-
140,000 lah, 140, 150 around there lah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, in Malaysia, I will never bet against Honda when it comes to their entry level cars, right? They are giants when it comes to but it's crazy that you see nothing from nothing. What is this new brand? Palm, the sales went up.
Yeah.
Gila.
And before this, Malaysians are notoriously brand sensitive people.
Yeah.
Malaysians are supposedly brand sensitive one.
Con, our top car makers Chery is now number 5 behind Honda.
Wow.
And if you look at Chery's sales figure, right, in terms of car models, right, is majority is contributed by the J7.
Wow.
Yeah. Majority is contributed by the J7. The Tigo, right? The Tigo compared to J7, Tigo sells like 300 plus cars a month. J7 1,004 a month.
This is total year to date numbers.
November 2024. If you look at the
Wow.
number, okay, on the left should be year to date. On the left, yeah.
Year to date.
On the right will be okay. Wait. Chi Yang, what is your setting? 2024. Okay, year to date. Okay, 2024 year to date. Okay, but if you look at Chery is now number 5.
Wow.
From just a few months of launch of the J7, it came up to here because they only have what? They only have 3-4 models only. What now with the C9 coming in 5 models. Yeah, and then from January to what they have practically nothing much going on.
The Nissan is totally not even in the top 10.
Nissan is dead lah.
The Koreans are also not there anymore.
So even by looking at this, right, because majority of the sales from Chery is contributed by the J7, practically one J7 outsold entire Mazda, outsold entire BYD also.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy this car. So we'll see next year how it's going on. But it's interesting. A brand that we never heard of. So guys, why we keep mentioning JQ is because just 1 year ago, nobody heard of this brand. Right? And bomb is there. It's crazy. Okay. Thomas went off. Okay. So any thoughts on the 986 Boxster 2.7? Buy. If you found a Porsche, if you found a manual Porsche, you just buy. I mean, if it's not converted lah, make sure on the paper it says, don't if you found one where the paper says auto and then you bought a manual, then okay only lah. But if it's on paper on the registration card is a manual, then you buy. You straight up buy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give an example. A 996 auto, a good condition one, probably 250,000. A manual, 300 plus. Yeah. Is a Passat worth considering for someone looking for a family sedan? Yes, of course. Maintenance, of course, higher than a Camry, easily. Okay. It's BYD M6. It's not an SUV. It is a entry level MPV.
Yeah.
So it is rather entry level inside, but it is not charging you a high price also. So Mr. Emmanuel, for 100K, you get a EV MPV by all means. But again, like I mentioned, MPV means you may use it for, if you are just using it for daily, fetch the whole family to makan and all that, by all means. But if you are going long distance, again, you better plan your charging
Yeah.
properly. Okay. Maintenance of JCOO, I mean, currently it's a new car. Definitely it will be under factory warranty and all that. So yeah. Porsche 987.1 3.4 below 100K, buy lah. buy. It's cheap. It's below market value. Buy. Buy. A good condition one can,
Condition.
yeah, a good condition one easily can net you 160, 170. Easily.
Even if it's a Cayman.
Yeah. 987 ma. It's a 987. If it's the 97 dot, if it's the dot 2 with PDK gearbox, 100% is more than 200K, above 200 plus.
No lah. 981 prices has been coming down to around 200-ish. 200.
No, I'm saying that 987.2
S, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that 987 is not that expensive.
Uyyo.
Oh,
But these are
Cayman.
Caymans,
Sorry, Cayman. I'm
That's why
thinking
just now I asked,
Boxster.
is it Cayman?
I'm
also
sorry.
that
I'm
price?
sorry. I'm thinking Boxster. Yeah. Okay,
Last time
price,
Boxster, those
yeah.
were expensive one. Then got someone always drop the top. Then later the turbo price become more expensive than coupe.
Yeah, but I mean, take note, you are still maintaining a Porsche lah, huh?
Yeah.
And in terms of, I mean, you get the prestige, you get the brand, you get your Porsche car key and your Porsche interior and all that. But in terms of if you just want to buy a sports car to enjoy the drive at this budget, probably the 86 can deliver a lot, maybe more.
But it's still a mid-engine layout, which a lot of car manufacturers can't get, right?
Yeah, it's still a mid-engine layout, so it's still something special. It's still a proper sports car lah.
But this is
I'll probably work the GT86, GR86 more harder than this car.
Yeah. Ball scoring, yeah, it's a Boxster engine. It will.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a inevitable scenario, ball scoring on Boxster engines. Okay, let's go into Do Where's My Car, guys. Take your phone and scan the code. Scan the code.
Bobby, if there is one car
don't have for tonight.
Oh, Chiang said don't have for tonight. Do Where's My Car?
Okay. If there is
Chiang
one car
right after Enduro.
Yeah. Let's do a quick one. Okay then.
Yeah.
If there is one car, guys, if there's one car you would drive for a 6,000 kilometer journey around Thailand, what car would that be? How
many person in the car?
I mean, depend on everybody lah. Like Bobby got kids, and I'm just me and my wife,
Well, I think for you, a GDC 4 Lusso would be perfect.
I didn't ask you to prescribe for me, asking you.
I already have the perfect car.
But Thomas doesn't need 4 seats.
But when you fold the seats down, you can carry a lot of luggage. Then you can bring her to shopping and all that. And then she can bring more clothes, bring more shoes. Oh, Ferrari interior design for this.
My wife is not the.
I know.
Fashionable things and stuff, right?
I know, but the difference will be, let's say she arrived Chiang Mai, then she saw the traditional Chiang Mai lantern. She can buy 2 lor. Right? Yeah, bro. Really, Thomas. This generation of Ferrari, right? The interior is beautiful. The design of the interior is so nice.
I mean, okay, rather this, let's say 2-seater, would you, let's say if you're in my spot, this or Portofino?
Portofino. Can I have another convertible? I personally don't like the 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 Portofino. I personally don't like.
Would you say it's a better looking car than a Spider Roma Spider? I don't think the Roma Spider is a good looking car. You've driven it, right?
I've driven it. Okay, if you want a convertible with a sound and all that, I think for 6,000 km enduro, LC 500 convertible.
Mm.
Yeah, LC 500 convertible
Grand
would be.
Tourer, right?
Oh my God, it's comfortable, it's soothing, the sound is gorgeous, interior is nice, is you have a boot space at the back, not a big boot, but okay. Rapid is still better.
Of course, mine is your car. Boxster is still the best convertible sports car for me.
Uh, yeah.
And Con will say the best, 5 Series is still the E39.
Actually, for 6,000 km trip, I would take the F90 M5.
Oh, yeah.
Could use some all-wheel drive traction.
Yeah.
the
See the
family with
comments. We got we got M3 Touring. Uyo.
Mhm.
Okay. Urus. Okay. Audi RS4. Actually, you know what? Bobby, as much as I thought about the understeer for Audi, I think the RS4 for me, this gen, right, the B9 is the look, yeah. It's like, yes, I like the look.
Actually, I think the B9 generation Audi dialed down the understeer a lot.
I mean, B9 Gen or even my C7 RS6 is a far cry from what my S4 is. Yeah. But Audis are still Audis lah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't help it
Yeah.
because you put the engine so up front. You
Yeah.
can't help it. It does affect the
Physics.
dynamic for sure.
Mm.
Yeah. But the RS4 B9 is, for me lah, in my eyes, prettier looking than the M3 Touring. Probably the more prettier looking station wagons in this segment. It's a C segment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Audi, they make beautiful wagons.
I think they're even sexier than, let's say, a V60. Right? I love the V60, but if I were to say if there is a wagon that looks pretty nice in the C segment, is the RS4.
I think the Volvo is prettier though.
Really, the V60.
For me, yeah. For me,
I mean, it's more soothing, but when it comes to like a style that's a bit more sexy, I think the RS4 is more sexy. Yeah.
But for
Of course-
6,000 km road trip, if I'm not ferrying my family, it will be a convertible lah. It will be a convertible for me.
What would that be? How would that be if it's a convertible? There's you and Cass. LC500?
LC 500, yes. LC 500, but the drive okay lah. The drive okay lah.
Somebody here said, Bobby, he would say Targa, 911 Targa. Let's say price no object. Would it be a LC500 or is it a 911 Targa?
Targa is nice, but you know how 911s they ride, right? The way they ride, at the end of the day, they are still on the harsh side.
Yes.
When you compare to a Ferrari, Ferraris are so plush.
Yeah, right? Even you drive a 488 F8.
Yes.
So,
Ferraris give you a plush ride. Astons give you a plush ride. No matter how, right, 911s are still on the harsh side. It's still there. It's still there. Even if you buy the base Carrera as comfort setting, it is still there. Yeah. So you do 6,000 km of that. They ride harsh. They ride harsh.
they are comfortable, but it doesn't have
Comfortable enough, but it's
Yes.
not plush.
They're
It's not
more
plush.
performance. Like the way it perform is like ridiculous, but it doesn't. It's not as talented as.
I mean, any
Italians.
McLaren is plusher than the base Carrera.
I tell you
Any
what,
McLaren is plush.
And in that point, I'll arrive at this. If it's my car and it's just me and my wife, I would love 600 LT Spider if money is not object.
Oh yeah, I mean, if money not object, I want a car that can corner hard, really, really hard. and rides extremely comfortable with steering feel. I mean, modern Ferraris, the Roma and all that, no steering feel anymore. Then I'll go on McLaren if it doesn't break down.
Con, I was just sitting down with a gentleman who has a lot of supercars and sports cars. Right? He drove his GT3 RS.
Yep.
And he loves it. But he said the 600 LT, that is like the way you can drive the 600 LT is ridiculous and it's so comfortable at the same time. You know, he explains to me like,
yes.
he's a damn fast driver. This guy is a fucking fast driver. And he enduro his GT3 RS. And he said the way he drives his 600 LT, how late he brakes and trail brake into a corner, it sounds ridiculous. Okay, but for that's the 600 LT, and for me it's like, wow, like for a driver, it's like, wow. And I know
I don't know whether you're talking about the same guy, but he said at Sepang his 600 LT Chin Chai will be 2 seconds faster than the GT3 RS.
Oh yeah, no, without trying, right? Without trying, you will whack one up the GT3 RS. But the GT3 RS is the car that you can go 10 laps and no problem. And the McLaren every lap you're thinking,
will it make it to the next lap?
Yeah. So that's the problem, lor. I mean, Porsches are indestructible. Porsche sports cars.
But what I do agree with you. I mean, I remember the first time I drove a McLaren, one of the things that felt very jarring for me is, hey, this is so comfortable, because when you sit so low, right, you will sort of like mentally, we all like prepare. Okay, this one we prepared for a bit of harshness. Wait, it was so comfortable one. It's like
5 Series.
That part of it when I drove, it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
And then you come down from the car, you look at the distance between your tire and your fender, and say, how come you feel like there is a huge right?
Yes.
It's there, but then when you're driving the car, you go through whatever bumps and all that, right? You almost feel like there is a big travel for the wheels to absorb.
Yeah.
It's so talented.
The suspension lets you just enough to know that, okay, you hit a bump, but it doesn't shake the cabin. So I was like, wow, I'm damn mind blown.
Yeah. All McLarens are like that. I mean, to a certain degree, Ferraris as well. Ferrari's suspension, they have nailed their suspension.
Yes, that's true.
Fantastic.
But nothing like the McLaren.
Yeah.
The way it does the road driving that is unmatched by Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Is unmatched. It's so ridiculous. I suspect a lot of the Lotus engineers did a lot of the work for the McLaren.
I mean, McLaren itself is a very, very capable company. You know. McLaren is officially a United Arab Emirates company now.
Yes. Congratulations.
Fully owned by UAE.
Yep.
Congratulations to McLaren. On that note, I think if you ask me, Bobby, I do like LC500, but you know, like me, I like my keen driving. I like my carving of the roads and driving closer to the limit. You know, I can just imagine that stretch between street number 3 and Torturous Road in a 570. Don't say LT 570 Spider, right?
Yeah. No, just now I didn't answer McLaren because I cannot afford I can afford LC500. I cannot afford McLaren.
You can
Let's
afford
say money no object. Let's say between 1 mil plus minus, right? You know,
money no object. Money no object. I mean, I will enduro a Pagani, bro.
No. I mean, like okay, 1 million plus minus. Okay, 1 million plus minus.
It's getting higher and higher already.
I would love a 570 Spider. Right.
Oh, I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it looks.
It looks good lah.
It has the crayon Shin-chan hams up eye.
Bobby, you don't spoil things for us. The last thing you saw for me was
crayon Shin-chan looking at other girls in their onsen, right? His eyes are that, right? That's the 570.
Bro, don't do that. Last time you spoiled for me the F12. I thought F12 was so nice. Then you tell me it looks like a uterus. Then I cannot unsee it.
It's still nice, but the F12. Yeah.
Yeah, but the real reminds you of a uterus.
The uterus is a beautiful thing.
A screaming uterus. Jiang, bring out the F12 rear. I can't unsee that. And ever
okay,
since Bobby brought it up during COVID, right? I cannot unsee it. Ugh.
bro. But if you buy a F12, you mod the rear to the TDF rear. The TDF rear is so good looking, man.
It's not as
No
easy.
need to search. Chiang is down there only. The yellow one. I see. See the TDF is the yellow. Yes. Look at this rear end. It's so nice. Gorgeous with this one. So you buy a F12, then you change your rear to the TDF rear. Done.
But I think for me it will be a 570 Spider. It will be I spoken to guys who I'm fortunate enough to meet people who own multiple supercars. And they when they say that when it comes to McLaren, right?
Yeah.
It's like once you get the McLaren, you're like, what the heck? Like what the heck? Like
Yeah.
the sound in the car is loud enough, never intruding.
Yeah.
The way the steering feels, the way and I got that feel of it every time I drive in the 57. All of us drive the 750, right? You drove the 750
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
750, Acura. And for me, the one that impressed me the most was the 570 because it didn't have that whole crazy hydraulic thing. Malcolm, one of Evo club members and guys, he let me drive for 3 minutes around Chin Swee, went down to the U-turn, come up.
Yeah.
And by the time it was less than 3 minutes, I was trail braking to a corner. And it felt so natural. It felt the car was all under control.
Oh yes.
Brake so late, and then you pitch the car in the corner at just around when you have to turn, the car starts to rotate. And then he looked at me, oh, Thomas, you trail braking already, like, oh, sorry. It's like, no, it's okay. That's what McLaren can do for you. Like for a keen driver. I won't say the same for Ferrari. I won't say the same for Ferrari. I won't say the same for Lambo's the furthest away, you know.
Yeah.
If you are a keen driver, like you want to attack the corners, McLaren makes you feel like a hero. Like
totally.
And at the same time, when you tone down and then you just drive normally, it's like a 5 Series.
Oh yes.
McLarens are the Lotus Pro Plus Max, RS, TT, RSR. Yeah. When you are able to do a Lotus to the most extreme performance, then they are a McLaren.
Yeah.
If you cannot afford McLaren, then you buy a Lotus.
You cannot buy a Lotus, buy an Alpine, like me.
Oh yeah. Bro, even your Alpine is harsher than a McLaren.
Yes, you're right. Right? The day I drove my Alpine to go and drive the 750.
Yeah.
I get back to my Alpine, I'm like, hey, the same bump that I went through with the 750.
Yeah.
I think the McLaren did better than my Alpine.
I think nobody beats the British when it comes to pliancy, suspension and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Ford Focus, Ford Mondeo, like what the heck? Like the way they whack the curves, the potholes and bumps, you wouldn't believe it, right? It's like,
Yeah. Okay, I quickly answer some question first. Ka Kit Leong, do not buy. Hey, wait. Is the Viva still for sale now?
No, it's not.
Not new.
But either way, I wouldn't recommend you buy it also.
Yeah, just buy a Myvi lah.
Just why are you also at the same time asking 230K for C43 or C300?
Yeah. I mean, okay, let's skip him for now. Akbar, G20 or IS300? G20 is the better car. By every measure, it's a better car. But the IS300 is interesting, something different.
Yeah.
Right. And then it's a Lexus. You don't get, water leak so soon. You don't get oil leak so soon.
Yeah.
That's what that we can confirm, huh? All right.
Your car looks cooler in the car meet.
Yeah.
Congrats, Firas.
Okay. Congrats, Firas. But let you know first, the maintenance is going to be way higher than your Ativa. But do enjoy the drive, the ride, the space, the interior, everything.
The sophistication of the car.
Yeah. So one thing is Continental cars, they have a lot of sensors that helps you. They detect something, they tell you, you go to the workshop and you check. what's wrong with it. So it's for preemptive maintenance. So don't ignore them. But of course, Volkswagen and Audi loves to light up the check engine light, even if it's a very, 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 very minor misfire they detected. They will light up the check engine light until you go to a workshop to reset it. Unlike BMW, you can switch off your car, lock your car, 15 minutes, it reset it if it's not that serious. Audis and Volkswagen will just light it up. They want your money to go to the dealership. All right. The guy buying an R8, you can send for pre-purchase inspection. I don't know where you're from, but I met Prestige or Thomas met Prestige from pre-purchase inspection, and then they've been really, really good.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
you
I
can
think
go
for
to them as well.
I
But
just want to. I just want to say
Yes.
something. I recommend a lot of friends to pre-purchase inspection, and I noticed Prestige really stepped their game up for pre-purchase inspection. Okay,
Oh,
the last time I bought a Porsche Cayenne for my business partner, they gave an actual PDF report with pictures attached to things, the condition of the car. Because and I was
wow.
thinking, I just wanted to have pictures, because if in the future you have to fix something broken, you have a reference. Okay,
Wow.
Hmm.
the bushes of the lower arm, all that. It's like, are you serious? Only for 250 ringgit, you get all of this.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like they give you a PDF, they give you a chart from bad to good in each. It is, for me, right? I think Prestige has the most wow PPI. I've never seen it done in Malaysian market. A PDF report of a for 250 ringgit. They put one technician to check the car, drive the car, and go and work on this PDF and send to you. It's ridiculous.
Do you
Yeah.
feel that they have really distanced themselves away from whatever third
No,
party
it
workshops out
even
there,
makes me think, right, compared to authorized service center, they start pushing the boundaries further from them. You
right?
know? Oh yeah, of course we can't compare the sort of like the waiting lounge, except for the newest one that you saw in Chanshaolin, or sorry, in
Yeah,
Sungai Besi.
yeah.
The one
Mm,
that you saw I saw your video, you went
mm,
to see the latest
mm.
launch of their
Yeah, their
uh,
Yeah,
latest outlet.
flagship.
Yeah,
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 flagship.
but the only thing you can compete is the waiting lounge. That one you
yeah,
cannot compete. But the money goes where it matters most, the
yeah.
services and everything. I
Mm.
cannot,
Mm,
like the PPI from Prestige is like, wow, it's like I cannot believe that's what they charge you for the PPI.
nice, nice. So, for the R8 guy, Hong CH, you can send it to Prestige for they have 5 outlets, I think, 5 or 6 now.
Mm.
For your pre-purchase inspection. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Haval H6 HEV. Yeah, I mean, if they pass us the car, then we will review it. We nowadays we don't really request cars until, I mean, if they pass it to us, then we'll review lor. Yong Eugene, I think all three of us will agree, get the 528i.
Mm.
Okay. It's a better car, even though the interior cannot be compared to the A6. You know, especially after 10 years. After 10 years, the A6 interior will still feel new, like
Mm.
day one, whereas the F10 one would have start disintegrating.
I mean,
The
if you
plastics,
you can try and look for a 2016 528. I don't think the price is that much different.
I think it is.
Oh,
There
because
is
the
there is
2014 car is a cash buy already.
yeah, there is a difference.
Mm.
But cash buyer, then you can go for 2016 and then a small loan, no?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So the 5 Series is a better car, lah. I think lower maintenance and all that. Okay.
Mm.
Who else? Jia Qin Eng selling my Alfa Romeo 156. Sorry, I was there was a time where I dreamed of owning a Alfa Romeo 156, but that time was, if I'm not wrong, is year 1999.
Long ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
Mm.
Right,
Funny.
25 years ago, I dreamed of owning one. GLA 200, don't lah. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. Okay, don't. Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
The X1 or XC40 is a much better buy at that price.
Yeah, exactly. The X1 and the Volvo XC40 is a much better car.
Mm.
Okay. How is the Celeste speed gearbox feel like to drive? If you compare to an automatic, it's shit. But
Mm.
it is supposed to be compared to a manual transmission. So you don't need to press the clutch. You just accelerate and then you lift off your accelerator and then you shift the gear and then you reapply your accelerator.
Yep.
But when people don't see the clutch, they will drive it like an automatic. And because they did not even build in a small little LED light to flash to tell you it's about to shift gear. So you do not know when you need to lift off. And then suddenly, the car goes like that. And then it's, yeah. Okay. So it's a bad experience for everybody.
But if you drive it correctly, it's actually a remarkable piece of technology.
Yeah, but they ought to have make it better lah. But
Yeah.
single clutch very hard lah.
Yeah.
Okay, so HT asked Bobby, what happened to your 996? Nothing happened. Just that I went to Enduro. Before Enduro, I dropped it to Prestige, and asked them to help me make the car healthier. I might be changing some of the relays because the car has been getting hard to start once it warms up. And other than that, what else? What else I asked them to do? I forgot. But I'm just telling them that you have all the time you need. I don't need the car until early January next year. So I dropped the car there. And Thomas, just now I wanted to tell you that my Audi actually started off the same problem where the wastegate the turbo wastegate sort of stuck a bit. That was the reason it went in, and then we saw that the turbo is beginning to leak oil. So I decided to rebuild the turbo.
Wow.
The same thing for my JCW. If I whack the car too hard, open close, then the wastegate doesn't seal completely. Like it doesn't close completely.
So actually, right now you send it in to since you are dismantled until the turbo, right? You can actually choose to rebuild your turbo with a stronger fin. So I am actually changing the fin of my RS6 turbochargers to a larger fin and more tahan lasa, more hard wearing fin than the original one. So it should develop more power and more reliable.
Yeah, I think that's what Keith did for me in Prestige as well. So they instead of buying a new turbo, whatever, so on so forth, we tried changing parts before, so they're just gonna rebuild it differently. Apparently, this is what about Prestige. They've seen so many of these cases. They immediately can tell you, no point change part lah. Let's just fix this.
Yeah, look. I mean, every turbocharger is rebuilt at Turbo Tong in Cheras. So yeah, the place is called Turbo Tong. Yes. Hey, bro, do you know? Back in 2000,
Turbo Tong, what a name, so cool.
Yeah, back in 2003, my 1997 Audi 1.8 turbo, my turbo was also rebuilt there.
Hey, now called TTE Performance, okay?
Oh, different name already.
Turbo Tong is so much cooler, bro. Like, can you make your last name is Tong? They give up, man. Okay, Turbo Tong. When they give Turbo Tong,
TTE Performance.
Oh, now called TTE Performance already. Yeah, last time it's called Turbo Tong.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's the place where we all rebuild our turbos. He's the expert. He's the expert. Yeah, upgrading the fins and all that. He's the guy. He's the guy that does all this. That's where we all go. All the workshops send their turbos there. Yeah. Okay.
So Con opens the workshop with compressor con. So all the supercharger gets sent.
Yeah.
Bobby, B.
Yeah.
I can't think of it like B. Okay, anyway.
Okay, the 2 Series is a better car than the A Series. Okay. The new M2. Oh, I love it now. Last time I don't
Right?
like it. Yeah, I hate how
Picture
it
look
looks
like
last
shit.
time.
In
Yeah,
in, in,
now
in person,
I love seeing it. Mm.
in picture look like shit. In person also look
Mm.
like shit. Then I thought about it. Yeah, M drivers are menacing. They're like idiots. And
Yeah.
you know, okay, ex-M drivers are guys. So just so you know, you don't you are menacing. Okay, so the car looks menacing. So yes, I love it.
But it's now the size of an E92.
Bigger. I heard
Probably larger.
it's built on the 3 Series platform. I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they
But
don't have
from people who drive this car, you know, even like likes of Ivan Kong, our seafood, my seafood,
Mm.
and then my friend in UK who races the E92 M3. He
Mm.
says the car is actually better, more planted than the old M2. Yeah, it's better. There's no question about it. It's a better car to drive than the old M2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great car. It's a great car. Bye lah.
The old
Okay.
M2 right, is really flawed. The rear wheelbase is too narrow. It's too short of a wheelbase. It's snappy. So it doesn't make any sense. But with the new
Mm.
M2 is way better, more pliant, more grippy.
Mm.
In so many perspectives, it's better lah. So yes, Bong Wei Chang, and I think that the size of the M2 is perfect for a car you can use for everything. Fetch people around, fetch things around, and it's a great one car garage. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So
Sorry.
yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight. I think we'll end it here. If you don't have any more questions, 420i or C-Class Coupe. C-Class Coupe is prettier, but the drive, the 4 Series is way better lah. There's just no, it's not even near.
Yeah.
It's not
No
even
question.
near. Yeah.
C-Class. the driving.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree. The C-Class Coupe looks more expensive and just it's just a prettier car, but to drive, I think I go with the 4 Series lah.
Yeah. Even though it's just a 420i, right?
Yeah. I'll go with the 4 Series to drive. Yeah,
At one point, I put a booking to buy a new C-Class coupe when I was doing better with my business. Test drive. I asked the test driver, can I have my booking back? I'm sorry. I remember doing the Mutiara Damansara drive around, and then we went to Sprint, Penchala Link, right? Right. And
Yeah.
I turned back, and then I was like, I cannot. The steering, the brake pedals, the gearbox, it's just all of it's just. I wasn't even driving fast. It just felt so unintuitive driving a car.
Yeah. It's not as nice as the 4 Series to drive. Okay, Kevin, if you can afford the 2-liter turbo, get the 2-liter turbo. Okay, so there's no questions about it. I think it's a better choice for the car.
Yeah.
Did you say that the one of it was more harsher than the other? Is it the facelift more pliant?
I don't think I'm the one who said this.
No, we were at Hua, and then you said that there's a pre or post facelift. I can't remember which one you said.
Oh, I'm saying that 2012 era BMWs, they are still very, very harsh. And it is only post 2015 where all their cars suddenly rides like a Ford. 2015 onwards, all BMWs suddenly become very plush in terms of the ride comfort. Con, you remember last time? 2011, 12, all the BMWs, the suspension,
even the pre-facelift F10 also, the 6-cylinder ones, they didn't ride very well.
Yeah. You go into comfort mode, it's wallowy, but then you pass an expansion joint, boom, bang. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but 2015 onwards, suddenly all of them super plush. Yeah. I think they hired a lot of Ford engineers.
So the 2.0 turbo LCI, which is probably falling in that category, right? The LCI.
I believe so. If it's post 2015.
Yeah.
all BMW suddenly
I
ride
remember-
really well.
I remember with the F10, the F10, right? The ride improved the moment they switched to the N20 engines.
My biggest impression is the F30 facelift. It
Mm.
rides totally different from the pre-facelift.
Mm.
Even the M Sport variant is
Yeah.
very plush.
Mm.
Yeah. And then suddenly the G20 M Sport ride like that. Ding dong,
Mm,
ding dong.
yeah.
What the heck? Yeah. Okay.
So,
Alright.
but maintenance wise, it's better to go for the turbo lah.
I would say the turbo is better lah.
Mm.
Yeah, the newer engine it immediately inherited the what B48 or N20.
Oh, N20. Z4
N20,
would have
yeah.
been all N20, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay. I mean,
but N20 issues are all well documented anyways.
yeah, everybody knows
you
how
know,
to fix them. Yeah.
So, just be more proactive with your maintenance. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be caught with your pants down. lah.
Because it's a difference of 2,100 ringgit road tax versus 380.
Yeah.
And the turbo is slightly faster than the 3 liter. Oh. Tank 300. Last one. Tank 300. No comments except that it looks good.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much for joining our live session. And yes, swapping your run flat is a huge,
make a huge difference.
improvement.
Huge difference.
Yeah, huge
difference.
difference. Just swap it out. No point.
And if that doesn't work, go and see Mike Yap and look for KW.
Yeah.
EDC means they have also
Yeah.
the adjustable suspensions. Yeah.
Peninsular Malaysia, you don't need run flat lah, because anywhere you go, you are never too far away from a tire shop.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
See you guys the next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.